Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing this fine Monday? We're here for episode 4 of The Lands of Before. Man, that's actually kind of weird to say out loud now that I've said it. Episode 4 of The Lands of Before. But whatever. Um, Before we get into tonight's episode, guys, real quick, those of you who have been tuning in pretty regularly, you've heard all this before, but for those of you who haven't been, those of you who are new, we do have quite a few new followers throughout the week. So for those of you that don't know, if you guys want to see your name, your username pop up within the world of Hylem, it's very simple. Just share some Tales from Hylem content. If you have clips that you really enjoy, you can share those moments that you've clipped. Just make sure you use the hashtag TFH and hashtag Tales from Hylem, and then tag us in the post so that I know that you've posted it. And then I'm going to be choosing from the names of people who promoted the channel and stuff, and you can find yourselves within the world of Hylem, either as a traveling NPC, or maybe the name of a tavern that they haven't been to yet, or something of the sort. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, that's how you go about it. If you want to have a more direct impact on the world of Hylem, if you would like to play in one-shots within the world, please join the Discord, follow the steps to become an adventurer, and once you've done that, you can see the one-shots that are posted. The one up currently, I'm gonna repost it with a later date. We're also gonna start having some more one-shots on the channel, and if you guys want to see yourself in those, please react to the board so that I know that you're interested. Other than that, the big announcement is this will be the last episode of the main show on the channel for 2 weeks at least. Maybe 3 weeks. We're kind of waiting on that one. But for sure, next Monday and the Monday after that, we will not be having our regular scheduled show. I'm gonna try to do some stuff throughout the week when I get time. A one shot here, one shot there, and coming soon. I don't have an official date yet, but coming soon, we will have our all Dwarven campaign starting on the Tales from Hylem channel. So there's going to be another campaign starting up. It's going to be geared to be a little bit shorter of a campaign. We're shooting for 8 sessions, somewhere in there, so about 2 months. But yeah, we'll have another shorter series starting up here soon on Tales from Hylem, so keep an eye out for that. I'll probably make a video to announce when it's going to happen, since I don't have it today and we're not going to be live the next 2 weeks with our regular scheduled stuff. I'll try to post something in the Discord, on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, so you guys know when that campaign is going to be starting. Other than that, unless any of you other guys have anything, I'll take the silence as a no. Then I believe it is time we got into tonight's episode of Tales from Hylem. Previously on Tales from Hylem, just upon entering the room, Pelea, you can feel a slight breeze coming from the far wall. A piece of the wall that is protruding just ever so slightly. And as you push it in to fit flesh with the rest of the wall, there is a loud clicking noise, followed by the sound of stone sliding against hard earth as a portion of the wall pops out about a foot from where it was. As the H falls into place, the pillar begins to slowly spiral, sinking into the ground until
come on, guys.
until only a smaller pillar remains, with a palm-sized stone, jagged edges glowing brightly, remains. But you're pretty confident nonetheless that this will probably work. On top of probably working, it'll most likely not kill anyone. In exploring the cellar at Pathends, the party quickly uncovered a hidden door leading to a room built long ago. They spent quite some time there investigating the room and the strange pillar in the center of it. After solving the code to unlock the pillar, it sunk into the floor to reveal a brightly shining stone. Deciding to remove the stone, they quickly discovered that Serena, seemingly, was the only person who could lift it. They were able to determine that this room was once used to teleport from one location to the next, and it seemed as though the stone they had found was used as a way to go to a specific location with very low risk. Later that night, as everyone else slept, Shaper worked to get the room back to a working condition. By the time breakfast was over, all it needed to run was whatever piece the Bene Knights had taken. After a bit of trade with Dalen, the party set out to follow the Bene Knights and to recover the missing piece. The tall pine being as dangerous as it is though, they ran into trouble on the first night as 2 packs of elemental wolves attacked them on their path. The battle was hard fought and left half the party in fairly critical condition. They managed to make it another mile before nightfall, where they would set up camp for the night, which is where we pick up today. So, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to assume that Phylax and Serena are not going to take the first watch and are going to go to sleep. I could be wrong. But
I don't think he's that. I don't think I'm that stupid.
If I remember right, you two are the ones that went down, and are, I think Phylax, you're single digits, and Serena, you might also be single digits.
I am definitely single digits.
As am I.
Are you at 1, Serena? I can't remember. One of you, I think, is at 1, aren't you?
I'm at 4.
4? Well,
according to my sheet, unless something happened.
Nope.
Unless I fidgeted up some numbers on accident.
I couldn't remember if you guys how many healing potions you guys had.
We had just enough.
Fair enough.
I need to make more.
All right, so Pelea and Shaper, if you guys would give me perception checks, please.
Allie, you're muted.
Sorry. Okay, I have a question. That was a good roll, but I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Since I have speak with animals,
Mm-hmm.
can I, talk to a bird? Because it says I can ask a favor of a bird, or an animal, not a bird specifically, of an animal.
Yeah.
And I can potentially persuade a beast to perform a small favor. So, what I could do is everyone could get their long rest, and I could just have a bird come let me know if something's nearby.
It
is nighttime.
What was your perception check?
28.
28.
I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say with that, go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
It's a spell.
Yeah. This is to approach a specific creature without spooking it off. Yes. Okay. Yep. That is exactly what I was.
Okay. You said animal handling. Okay, I have a +3, so that's a 19.
19. Yeah. So not too far off. You can hear the distinct sound of you having spent a lot of time in the forest. You recognize to be snow owl, and you kind of just head over in its direction, making sure by body language it understands you mean it no harm. And as you finish your incantation of the spell Speak with Animals.
Hello there, wise one. May I ask a favor of you for my comrades and I?
I'm not going to do it. The overwhelming urge to just go, who?
You shut up.
Do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. And what exactly would this favor be?
just if you happen to hear anything while we're resting at camp, I just ask for you to simply alert us.
I can.
Alert me in particular, with a few loud hoots by my tent. Particularly any wolves, dire wolves, or just other abnormal creatures. Not like yourself. You are natural and wonderful. Resplendent.
I would say your animal handling check goes into the persuasion of this as well. And
Okay.
so the owl kind of said to the side, well, it's been quite some time since I've been asked to perform, and so I think
like Rudolph.
I think that this is something that I could quite do. I haven't had the chance for much excitement recently. Field mice only offer so much entertainment.
Well, thank you. And for your service, so you don't have to hunt tonight, I can give you a ration of some food.
And what kind of food would you have?
Meat. Meat.
Just any specific type of meat? Caribou, perhaps?
I bet you I got some in here.
No, very well. I will consider it a fair trade. Thank you very kindly.
And thank you. Have a lovely and calm evening.
You as well.
Yes.
All right, I will go ahead and make a perception check for the owl.
Heck yeah.
Let's get some sleep.
Please go to bed. She said, I did my part. Later.
I got a 17.
Gotcha. Let's see, what did the owl do?
Play is tired and in pain.
Yeah, Shaper's the only one who really got out of that fight okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not as bad as you guys. I still have like 18 hit points, but
Oh, you have double what I have.
yeah, I lost 31. So
Perception.
I feel like an owl's perception's got to be pretty high.
Not as high as yours.
Well, fair.
It's +3.
Hell yeah.
So 13.
Yeah, okay.
Because it does have keen hearing and sight. So it has advantage on perception checks if they rely on hearing or sight. So
Cool.
13.
Yeah. I will go to bed.
All right. Shaper, spending your watch alone, except for with an owl that is perched on the tree above you now. Is there anything you would like to do over this long rest?
Nah, he's just writing in his journal, keeping track of the day's events.
All right. The watch goes by pretty uneventfully. At least as long as you can stay up before having to get your sleep for the night. So at the end of your watch, are you waking anybody else up for watch, or just letting them sleep?
I would probably wake up at least one of them, probably Phylax.
Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
your turn for watch.
All right. Enjoy your rest, my friend.
Will do.
All right,
So, yeah.
You want to go ahead and give me a perception check?
Absolutely. Perception 17.
17. All right. And I'll have to. I will make another one. 11. um. Towards towards sunrise, Philax. Very, very distantly. You can hear like the noises of like a loud thumping. It's hard to really make out what exactly the noise is. It's coming from a western direction, but it is distant. Like you feel like you're just hearing an echo.
I will take note of it and just listen for if it gets closer before I wake anybody up. Until then, I'm gonna harvest some ingredients and make some more potions.
All right, go for it.
Use. Oh, I actually still have 6 ingredients left, so I'll just use those first. So, first one. Okay. Second one. Better. Third one. Yep. Okay. So 2 strong ones and 1 average one.
All right.
And then come morning, I will probably forage for some more ingredients and maybe some rations.
All right. Yeah, the noise doesn't get any closer, and eventually the rest of you wake up to the sun shining through the trees. Flea, a quick look around shows you that the owl is no longer here. But the day is yours.
I'm gonna go forage for some berries and stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and make a foraging check.
Is that just survival?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Works for me. Unless you have like forager tools or something, but I don't think you do.
I have hands.
Fair enough.
And those hands helped me get a dirty 20.
Hell yeah. I see, because you got your hands dirty.
Yes. I also, at first, I am a born forager. At first level, your ability to forage during a short or long rest becomes superior to others. Foraging grants you 2 free rations, increasing to 2 plus 1 d4 at level 4. And the rations I find last for 7 days.
Okay. Sorry, was there something I was supposed to do with that, or?
Well, I just wasn't sure how you were gonna... I don't think I've ever done a foraging check in D&D before, so I wasn't sure how you were gonna do this.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Okay. And then would I just get the 2 plus d4 on top of...
Oh, so that's just, you just automatically get that? The
Yeah.
2 plus a d4?
Yep.
Oh, well then just don't make a check. You just roll your foraging stuff.
Okay. Okay, I found 6 rations.
Alright, there you go.
And I'm gonna go ahead and find some more ingredients since I used up the last ones.
If I helped him, it says I can find like food and water for myself and up to 5 others each day. Would that count towards like his rations for stuff? Like the items he needs?
So the rations is just like food for a day.
Mhm.
What he's looking for now, like his
Is for my
supplies and
healing
stuff, is for
potions.
his healing potions and stuff.
Mm.
But if you wanted to also look for rations, I think the way your ability works is just like as a base, every day you can make sure everybody has enough food. It's
Mhm.
not really like a stored up thing. It's just on a daily basis you can make sure everybody eats.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to make like a survival check to try to add to the total number you have stocked up, I'd be fine with that.
The Phylax just goes off into the forest and comes back with like an giant armful of like berries. I found a berry bush.
They're also simultaneously stating his fur.
Oh, of course.
Were you making a survival check or no, Leia? Sorry. Did I just miss it or? Oh,
Sorry.
okay. No, you're good.
I don't know. It was more just to help Phil. I don't necessarily need to stock up any more rations.
Okay. Okay.
Leia, Serena, you two seem to know this forest quite well, at least better than I do. What would make very loud thumping noises?
Uh,
Um,
but I know.
the urge to not make the bunny joke.
Well, you see what a
Giant
mommy
fucking
deer and
rabbits.
a daddy deer.
No, I said thumping, not boning noises.
You missed a perfect opportunity to say thumping, not humping noises.
I know. As soon as I said boning, I like wanted to slap myself. Like, you
Mm.
idiot! You're a
Hold
failure.
on, let's run it back. We'll fix it in post.
There you
Yeah, it's not like this is live streamed or anything.
go. Go ahead and make a nature check. Both of you. You can use either your wisdom or intelligence for it.
19.
I know absolutely nothing.
Gotcha.
You get a natural one.
No, I got a
Wait.
2.
If it's a nature check, I have a +5 to nature. Am I
Yeah.
using nature or am I using wisdom?
So I said you could. So nature, but with your wisdom or intelligence skill. So if you have proficiency, then add your proficiency and your wisdom to the check, basically.
Oh, okay. Then, hold on, math. 22.
22.
Yeah, I didn't add the proficiency.
Okay, yeah. 22. You guys don't really hear anything at the moment, and so just going off of like a loud thumping noise, there's several things it could be. In the forest, I mean, it could be as simple as just a woodpecker, hitting a tree and the wind blowing just right to carry it a long enough way, or it just far enough that it sounds like it's really far away. Um, could be like two moose sparring with each other, or caribou sparring with each other. It could be that something knocked a tree over. Like there's a lot of things that it could be. Just going off of the thumping.
Mm. Well, Phil, your guess is as good as mine.
It sounded like it was very far away, off to the west. That's what you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard it just before sunrise.
Oh my gosh, how did I get so far on the map? Hmm. Interesting. Bear, is this where we are currently?
No.
Okay, I was confused.
I don't
Okay,
know why you're
what
over
happened?
there.
Yeah,
I didn't
I was.
either. I was
I
like, what
saw that and I was
happened?
like,
I thought we were all the way back here.
You don't want
I
to
was like,
be
to
over
the
there.
west.
Not yet.
yeah, I feel like
No.
game glitched. We got sent to an air. We got to an area. We got past an invisible wall. We're not
Okay.
supposed to be here yet.
Okay, never eat soggy waffles. Okay. West would be these ruins, potentially? Interesting. How far? Did we know?
How
The
far
ruins
away? How
or
far
the
away
noise?
was?
The
or-
thumping.
It
Some-
sounded a very long way off. I could only just barely hear it. So it might have been an echo of an echo.
Gotcha. Well, I say we just keep traveling and we'll figure out whatever it is if we run into it.
I'm gonna eat one of my berries.
We're go ahead.
DM, you said the half plate I'm wearing is like kind of dented and messed up, right?
Mm-hmm. It's just old. It's worn out.
I'm gonna go over to Shaper. Friend, next time we set up camp, do you think you could fix up this armor at all?
Not without the proper materials, no.
Slings his backpack off his back. What would you require?
Metal to replace some of the pieces in here, rivets.
I will keep an eye out.
Got those in your backpack, Phil?
I do not. I left those in my other pants.
Happens to me all the time.
I think
Alright.
isn't your shovel made out of metal?
As is your axe.
Alright, we ready to pack up camp
That was
and
a good one.
continue forward?
She just says touche as she's packing up.
All
I
right.
believe so, yes.
What?
Well, I asked if we were ready to go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, so as you guys finish packing up camp, getting all of your belongings together, you can begin to head back out following the same tracks as the day before. So, Palea, if you would give me a survival check,
I sure can.
and everyone else a marching order. Assuming Palea's in the front.
24.
I will be third.
All right. We got
So
we got the 2 spot and the 4 spot available. Who wants them?
Who wants them?
I'll take 2.
All right.
All right, that puts me at 4.
There we go.
That's basically how we did it the other day.
I
anyway,
think it
so-
is.
I was trying to remember what spot I was in.
You
I
were
thought
in the
I was
back.
in the back.
Yeah, because we did front and back were like the 2 strongest nature wise, and then
Oh, hey, I should change my hit points so that I don't go into battle with 9 HP.
oh yeah, that's important.
I don't have a long rest button anymore.
All right. So as you guys head out, Palea in the front, Serena taking up the back. Those of you who are, Palea's pretty occupied with the tracks and stuff. So if somebody wants to like keep a lookout for things, if all of you want to, or if some of you are more interested in looking at what kind of plants are out here, looking for any bits or scraps of ruins or old buildings or anything like that.
Yep.
Let me know.
I'm passively perceptioning.
Let me know what you're looking for. You're actively survivaling.
I'm actively surviving, but passively perceptioning. It's passive.
I can keep an eye out for stuff if you
Okay.
guys want.
I mean, everybody can. It's
Yeah,
not
I
like
was just gonna keep an eye
like-
out.
just
Okay,
I was.
then
Just,
I'm gonna keep. Then I'm gonna look for interesting plants or ruins.
Okay.
Hmm.
Which one?
Yeah,
I
I
can't
feel
do
Which
like
one do
both.
you want to focus?
I can't do.
I'll do ruins.
I'll do
There you go.
plants.
There we go.
And I mean, there's
That's
other
our
options
thinking
too.
party.
Those are just the ones that felt like were the most obvious. But if there's anything else you want to look for, let me know.
I'm gonna be honest, Shaper's not gonna give a shit about anything but enemies and ruins.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
In that case, why don't you roll the encounter table for today?
You want me to do weather?
Let's have someone that didn't roll last time do it.
I did
What
weather
is-
last time.
So that would
What
be
is
Gibby.
it?
D100.
What am I rolling?
Please don't give us
D100.
9 dire wolves.
D100.
Mhm.
75.
75 dire wolves.
Oh no!
That would be such a
Um,
dumb way to do that.
It would.
This is like a increasing number of dire wolves. I'd be like, we're running, bitch. We are dashing.
It's the only thing in this forest are just elemental dire wolves.
Elementary.
I got
Yeah.
0.
You got
That
zero,
was right.
zero?
0?
I got 3 zeros.
That's
So you
not
got a
possible.
100.
Is it?
That's 100.
Oh, I got 100.
Interesting.
That's like a tornado, isn't it?
Wait, how do you get 3 zeros?
So the D100 is like the 2D10 die, and one
Right.
of them is the 10 spot. One of
Oh,
them
there is a
the
0
one
on the
spot.
D10. No, I'm just stupid.
So
Ignore me.
it's a 10 on the D10, but when you put it on a D100 scale, it becomes a 0.
Unless you roll a 0 on the other one, because you can't roll a 0. You have to.
So 3 zeros is 100. then.
Yes.
Yes.
Good to know. Okay. If I would have saw that, I would have thought it would the one. No, that wouldn't have made sense.
Critical failure.
Well, it's something. And you said 75?
Yes.
All right.
It's like
Those
the
are-
opposite the other day. The other
Yeah,
day,
those are
Phil
some
and I
high
rolled
rolls.
super low. Which means we're gonna get fucked today.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, I did roll the dire wolves, so.
I rolled the weather.
I need you to roll a D6, John.
Uh-oh.
Please roll low.
2.
A 2? Okay.
You just have 2 giants.
Don't tempt him.
Nah, he's got a table.
All right. As you guys continue along your path, about an hour into the day, you can hear another set of just like thump, 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 thump. Like it's sporadic. It's not, there's no order to it. But again,
Now,
very far off in the distance.
now that we're actually hearing it and not just having it described to us, can we tell a little better what it is?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Um, 23.
23. It sounds very similar to like someone chopping wood.
Okay. Got it.
Can we tell like how far off?
That's a lot more hard to tell. You're in a very thick forest right now, and so like it's already hard to determine direction, let alone a distance. As like it's hard to determine distance you've even traveled so far, or how far like one tree is from another, as the forest is just really thick in this area. Guessing just by volume, it does sound like you're still picking up an echo. It's probably several miles in front of you.
That was the sound I heard.
Thank you, Phil. We assumed.
Continuing forward, another 2 hours, and again the same thump, 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 thump. Still sounding like it's about that same distance away from you.
DM.
Mhm.
With my knowledge on plants, would I know if treants are found in this forest?
Make a nature check. Actually, it would be a history check, and I would say with like your lack of knowledge of the tall pine forest, I
With
would say
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yeah.
Man, that 17 would have been real nice. 3 plus 5, 8.
Oh God.
So there's just a lot of stuff that you don't know about the tall pine in particular. Like the wolves that you've faced twice, like you still really don't know that much about them. You know they exist now, and you know
They
that
fucking hurt.
they hurt, and they're hard to kill. But like them and a lot of other things within the tall pine, you just either don't know whether it exists here, or like wouldn't know if the tall pine would be a supporting like living condition for the creature. However, it is a forest, so while you don't know, it is a fairly safe bet that treants could thrive here.
I've had a thought.
That's scary.
I was surprised. Go for it, Phil.
You said this sounds like someone chopping wood, and it seems like it's the same distance as it was the last time we heard it. Perhaps, and forgive me, I'm unfamiliar with this forest, but I know there are beings that look like trees that walk around. Could we perhaps be hearing one of those?
I don't know, DM. Could we perhaps be hearing one of those?
I mean, like what a treant is.
Mhm.
You've never heard of them being in the tall pine forest, But at the same time, this is the deepest you've ever been into the tall pine forest. So
I'm gonna just keep marching forward.
okay. Not gonna answer Phil's question.
I'm sorry, did you not hear me?
No, they definitely heard you, Phil.
We'll keep it in mind, Phil.
All right.
I mean, Playa's not one to debate it. She's just
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
like, she's not gonna go back and forth, be like, well, maybe. She's just gonna be like, well, when we cross its path, we'll kick its ass. And then she'll move on.
All right. Continuing still on, maybe another 2 hours into the day. Again, the thumping noise happens, still approximately that same distance away from you, maybe a bit closer. As you hear the noise, though, you do start to notice it's nearing that midpoint of day, and it hasn't really gotten much brighter outside. The sun has kind of stayed behind clouds today, which isn't extremely uncommon in the winter here, but it is a bit strange, especially where the last few days have been extremely nice. Today almost seems to be ever growing worse.
Are we
Continue
still
on.
hearing,
Go ahead, sorry.
like, are we still hearing, like, animal noises and the noises of the forest?
At first, but as another hour or two goes by, the forest itself begins to go quiet, except for this every so often thumping you can hear off in the distance.
The birds have stopped. Perhaps there is a storm coming. Or perhaps this thumping is something very dangerous.
Could be. I feel like until it actually becomes bad outside, I wouldn't necessarily stop.
That I wasn't sorry, I was not suggesting that we stop. I was just making a note and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully it isn't just a storm and this is normal.
Yeah, if it gets too bad, we'll set up camp. But for now, I think we just push forward. It's a little weird that the chopping noise isn't getting any closer. Even though, aren't we traveling to the west,
Yes.
technically?
No, you are.
Yeah, that's a
And the
little weird.
tracks are still leading you to the west. In a short while. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Perhaps it's the group we're trying to catch up to.
Could be.
They did supposedly have giants.
That's true.
A short while after this conversation, Shaper, up ahead, you notice something out of place entirely. Walking through the forest, dirt, fallen trees, plants, bushes, all of this is normal. However, what's not normal is crumbled stone. Not rock, but stone that seems as though it was once a part of some sort of architecture.
Hey, hold up a second. I want to check this out.
I'll stop.
Does it look like a column or
It
just
as you
crumbled stone?
go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. $18.
18. As you're inspecting it, you notice that it seems to continue. Like, this is just a part that's sticking up out of the ground, and clearing some of the dirt away, you're able to start to tell that this seems like at one point in time it was part of a wall. As more dirt gets uncovered, as I'm sure Phil would gladly
Yes,
offer
I see him. I come over to help with my shovel.
Oh boy.
As I say, Shaper's just using mold earth to move it all away as he's going along.
Yeah. So you're using mold earth, and Phylax using the ever so special shovel. Eventually, you guys do get the outline of this wall uncovered. Maybe in 5-10 minutes. Doesn't take you very long using magic and a very effective shovel. The building itself is 10 feet wide by 20 feet long. It's a very small building. Or was when it was still standing. In the middle, Phil, as you kind of dig down a little bit into the middle, eventually hitting the floor, giving Shaper a bit of a basis of how to use his cantrip to most effectively move the dirt out of the way. You guys find
I loosened it up for you.
You guys find a couple of items here. An old, very yellowed and distorted piece of paper, like some papers filed away, but in a bound book together. But again, everything very distorted, yellowed, faded. But
Before even picking it up, I'm going to cast mending to make sure it doesn't fall apart as soon as we touch it.
okay, sure. And I'll say with that, Shaper, you opening the book, you can see that this is written in Gith. And I'll say with the mending, it repairs the book to a state where you can get enough information to determine that at one point in time, this was a sort of kind of like a toll booth. Something very similar, where people would pay for passage.
Interesting.
I look at it and it's just the woman with the math equations meme.
Apparently, not too far from here, there's a location called Galspire Bridge. and it is what people were paying for passage to cross.
It was called what?
Galspire
Hellspire
Bridge.
Oh, okay.
While the two of them are exploring the ruins, Pelea, as you passively percept around,
Yes. I'll never get over that.
I wish to perceive passively.
you notice something else strange here. Doesn't have anything to do with the ruins, though. It has to do with the forest itself. As ahead of you, you can see some trees that have toppled over, and what at first catches your attention is the gaps. There's a lot more space here than there was before. And as you continue like forward just a little bit, getting a better view, you can see that the trees toppled in front of you were felled very recently. The trees are still showing signs of life. They haven't been fallen over long enough that it appears as though, they were cut down many years ago. This was recent. And with your knowledge of how few people head into the tall pine forest, leads you to believe that this group was here like very recently, and in all likelihood is probably the group that you're after. Would you go ahead and make me either investigation or a nature check, either one?
Yeah.
Serena, you can as well if you're helping Pelea, or you can give the help action here if you'd like.
I'll give her the help action. Do the help action.
Okay.
They both have the same modifier for me, so
Which one you choose is more like which way I gear the information you learn. So
okay. I feel like I would investigate more than nature because it clearly seems to be like like human influence, or
Okay.
like not human but people like clearly cut them down, right? The way you're describing it.
yeah,
It's not like a natural phenomenon, so I feel like that's how I would gear looking at it.
Sure.
And I got 23.
Okay. So as you kind of just investigate the area, walking up to one of the trees and walking up to another one just to confirm your suspicions, there aren't the normal marks of a tree being chopped down. Normally when you chop down a tree with an axe, there's the wedge that you form through several chopping motions from the top, then more from the bottom heading upward. This is a clean slice through the tree. Some of these trees being 4 foot in diameter.
Zantetsuken shit.
Okay. So my first thought is maybe it's like some sort of like magic or something, but I don't know anything about that.
There are still trees that are standing, right?
Mm-hmm. Or it's something very big that hit it very hard. But
If we
You're in the
what?
if we
ruins.
would like to stop
You're
for
in the
a
ruins.
Shaper, did you say what that said?
Hang on. Get through the trees first.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably have someone else come over and look. Since you guys seem busy digging in the dirt. Serena, can you come look at this? I'm assuming Serena wasn't digging in the dirt. Do you see how these trees were cut down? This is weird, right? Like, these weren't chopped multiple times over. These are a clean slice on some very hefty trees.
Hold on. Looking at things really quick. Advantage. No, okay. My advantage only works.
They fiend are undead.
Yep.
Phil, you want to come talk to these dead trees? They're still kind of green. You might be able to talk to the leaves.
Or I could talk to one of the living ones. We would just have to stop for a little while.
Oh, yeah, Phil, come on. Quit digging the dirt. We need your help. I need to know what happened to these trees.
We need to take a rest for me to do that, so I believe
Sorry,
short
I
rest
was
is an
going through
hour.
my stuff to see
Yep.
if I have anything that can help us figure something out.
It would take you an hour, Phil.
Let's see what.
All right. Well, you guys figure out what you're gonna do with the trees. We'll bounce back over to the ruins real quick.
Did you read like the name of the place aloud?
Yeah, sure.
Is that not what you said that the teleportation pole was anchored to? Was Galspire?
Well, I mean, this appears to be the toll for the bridge itself, not so much Galspire.
But you were saying that stone, it was pulling in a direction? Oh wait, no, you put the stone back, never mind.
Well, yeah, the stone's pulling to the west when I cast a spell on it.
Yeah, I did have Galspire written on the stone, though.
And you say this is a toll booth for a bridge. Do we hear like a river or anything that would necessitate a bridge?
No sounds of a river.
I think it's safe to say that this bridge is quite a ways off.
Seems odd to have the toll booth so far away from it.
Or is it just underground now? Like, there's no need for the bridge anymore because it's buried.
Is there anything else in the ruins?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Both of us, or just him?
Sure.
Can I give him the help action?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I rolled a nat 1 and an 11.
Whoa!
So a
You
19.
see nothing. You actually forgot they were ruins? No, I'm just kidding.
Why are we here again?
Yeah.
So,
Why did we
so
stop?
a 19.
19 in total. Okay.
Yep.
So as you're kind of looking around in the ruins, just trying to, use mold earth, move stuff to the side, find as much information here as you can. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot that the earth hasn't reclaimed here, other than the parchment that you're holding on to. But Phil, as you're just kind of trying to help, you just kind of step outside of the ruins for a second, and as you do so, just like go to stick your shovel in the ground to rest on it, and just hear a dink. And Shaper, you hearing that outside of the ruins, just like your head just like shoots over there, and you like walk over and mold earth. And though very sporadic, going out, um, we'll say just immediately you kind of go out in like the next 10, 20 feet, there are pieces of what looked to at one time have been some sort of a cobblestone road. Kind
Which,
of,
like,
kind of.
leading up into the toll booth.
This one is leading seemingly away from it and around the side. However, heading to the other side of it, the road does continue all the way around and back in the other direction as well. It seems as though this was at one point possibly a main road, depending on how the scenery looked at the time, as some of these trees do seem to be newer than some of the trees you've seen within the tall pine. It's possible that this was the only route to the bridge.
Suppose that would make it more understanding as for why the toll booth is so far away. There was no other way. That book you found, is it like a log of who crossed the bridge and what they were carrying?
Well, to be honest, there's not really a whole lot in it. Time has taken its toll.
What a greedy bitch. Also, nice pun.
I hate it here.
I knew he didn't mean to make it.
Excuse me while I go kill myself.
Yes! That is the proper reaction to a pun.
As you make your way to the other side of the road, though, now knowing where the road starts and stops, you can see that it appears as though there's another building here on this side.
Start digging.
Well, let's start uncovering this one.
Just
My
pump the
goodness.
shovel like a shotgun.
Another 10, 15 minutes, and you have like the outline of this building uncovered as well. And though there's not much on the interior, some of the design on the inside of the wall, meaning the side closest to the road, leads you to believe that at one point in time this was an arch.
Like a gate? Like where there would be a, like the kind of arch that would have a gate over it to like block people who didn't pay the toll?
Could be.
Much
No,
like the bridge.
no scraps of iron found, though,
Damn
that
it.
would indicate a gate.
Hoping we could find some iron that I could reclaim for Shaper.
I would not put that iron on your armor.
Meanwhile, while you guys uncover this other part to these ruins,
You just glance over and there's just dirt flying everywhere.
Serena, as you kind of step over to help investigate, up ahead a little bit further, something else catches your eye. Something else out of place. As kind of protruding a little bit from a thicker brush area, it almost looks as though you see like a crate.
You said like just a crate, like just like in a bush. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go bust it open.
Yeah, let's go check out that crate over there really quick.
Okay. You guys make your way over to the crate. The lid is removed from it, and there's not a whole lot left in it. But in the bottom, there appears to be 3-4 days of rations in here. But as you guys have gotten closer to the crate, on the other side of this like grouping of brush and bushes here, you can see where more trees have been felled, and a path has been cleared up to an edge of an area where it seems like there's a bit of a drop off. The You can tell that there's a gap in between where these trees kind of stop and the next trees start up. And making your way over to that area, down below you, maybe 20 feet below, you can see frozen solid what appears to be a river.
Oh, it's fucking winter, duh.
Uh,
I feel stupid.
hey guys, weren't you looking for a bridge or a river or something?
Something that would necessitate a bridge, yes.
Found your river.
That does seem like something that would necessitate a bridge.
Like for like the trees, do I see like any? Is there like tracks or anything that would like show, um, like them like positioning, like a positioning of them trying to like slice through it or casting a spell?
Good question. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Survival. That's a +1, so that's a 16.
6 to survival.
Looks like they something walked right up next to the tree, and then the tree was felled. It's hard to tell any more than that. The prints are very big.
Big bitch knocked him down. Like big boy. Yeet.
Like
say-
how big tracks? Like I can lay in them big or?
Do you say giant sized?
Yeah, giant sized. You couldn't. I don't think you could lay in them, but they are pretty sizable. Maybe like 3 feet long.
You know what they say about big feet.
Big boots.
Exactly.
Or maybe.
You cut out a little bit. What was that?
What? Nothing.
Oh, okay. All
You're
right.
being stupid. I said these boots are made for walking. All right.
That is what they did.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get anything else out of these ruins.
You're probably right. Still, a discovery nonetheless.
It's a start. Shove the journal or the book away in my bag of holding and catch up to the other two.
So you guys catch up. Serena, with that survival check as well, you can see where the tracks continue on for a little ways, then backtrack, and then begin to just kind of follow along the side of the river. At this point in time, when Phil and Shaper kind of run up and catch up to you. It has begun to snow again, just a light snow at this point in time, but it has started to affect the tracks already.
Are these the same tracks I've been following?
No, these do not appear to be the same set of tracks.
Hmm. What happened to the tracks I was following?
The tracks that you were following, kind of, well, these seem to almost have met up with those tracks, if that makes sense.
Okay. So they still both lead in the same direction.
Correct. But
Okay.
but the ones with the trees and stuff seem to be newer.
Okay. What direction did the big tracks come from? Or like, have they been here? Like, you know what I mean?
It
Did they come from another area, possibly, or?
it seems like they came from a little bit back the way you guys came. But you never saw these.
Okay.
Kind of leads you to believe that if they did, they were on the other side of the river.
Yeah, like running parallel to our
Mhm.
tracks. Okay. Okay. I think we should keep following the tracks till they disappear in the snow, or because of the snow.
You
Yeah.
said the trees around here look more new than the other ones?
I mean, the difference between 40 decades and 10 decades.
So
Some of these trees are extremely tall, and some of these trees are just really tall.
Gotcha. Perhaps if we stopped for a little bit, I could ask the trees if they know an easier way to get across, or a place where it is shorter.
What's shorter?
I assume we're trying to get to the other side of this chasm, yes?
No, we're trying to follow these tracks, which go along the river.
Yeah.
They don't cross it; they go along it.
But we can assume they're trying to get across.
Maybe.
Yeah,
We
but
don't
if
know
we
at what point
cross,
they'll cross.
if we cross at a different spot, then we'll have to hunt around to find where they crossed. It's easier just to follow their tracks and cross where they cross.
They're gonna spend more time looking while we're spending time directly catching up to them.
All right.
So you continue on after the tracks.
That's what we've been doing.
All right.
That's what I think.
Go ahead and make me another survival check as you're leading this. As you guys begin back into your tracking, the snow begins to yet again fall harder.
20.
20. You can still make out enough of the tracks that everything is still fairly easy to follow, and it does stay kind of right up alongside of this edge, maybe 10 feet from this like 20-foot drop, which sometimes varies. Sometimes it goes to maybe a little bit shorter, and sometimes you're all the way up to like it would be a 40-foot drop if you
Damn.
were to jump off the side here. The river's still frozen, snow gradually beginning to fall harder and harder.
As we go along, I'm going to look over the side and see if I can see any sorts of remains of a bridge.
Okay. Just give me a perception check.
Fuck you, natural 20.
Nice.
27.
No bridge. Just kidding.
Um,
Just kidding.
Remains of a bridge, no. However, after you followed these tracks for around half an hour, up ahead of you, you can see a bridge still mostly intact going across the river.
Found the bridge.
Yeah, thanks, Phil.
The tracks you're following appear to be leading up to the bridge.
Can we see anyone on the other side of the bridge? On the other side of the drop?
On the other side of the drop.
Like the chasm.
The river?
Yes.
Okay. On the other side of it, no. However, you can see a few individuals still on the bridge.
Oh, who do we see?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Wow, thank goodness I've got a good modifier to perception. 20. Got an 11.
20?
Yeah.
From where you are, seems like there's maybe 6 to 8 individuals on the bridge. A couple of which are not like shivering, but they're definitely like a little bit closer together, trying to stay out of the cold a little bit as the temperature does continue to drop. All heavily armored, shields and weapons in hand, and you can't from this distance make out what they're saying, but they do appear to be in conversation with each other.
Can we tell what species they are?
Not yet. It's too far away.
Are they?
Did you say how far are they?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 600 to 800 feet.
Oh, okay.
Shall we take a stealthy approach?
Well, they seem armored, so that would be probably a good idea. To not just charge in.
So I will stay a few hundred feet back.
Yeah, let's stealth the shit out of this.
Since I'm
Okay.
right behind Phil, can I like guide him to make sure he doesn't like blow our cover?
I was actually legitimately just going to be like 30 feet behind you guys.
Well, which one is it?
I'm fine with staying up
It's up
close
to
the front
him.
still.
I have confidence in you. Show me where not to step.
Okay.
Okay.
Like always, if there's a bad roll and through role play you can like help them out, then usually let them re-roll it. But it is a group check, so go ahead
I
and
feel
make
like
your stealth
half plate
checks.
gives me disadvantage, doesn't it?
So, okay.
I will check.
Dirty 20.
All right.
17.
21.
Uh, 19, but I need to see if I have disadvantage.
Why would you have disadvantage?
Because I'm wearing heavier armor.
Mm.
Half plate. Disadvantage on stealth. Okay. So Went from a 19 to a 7.
What was everybody else's? Sorry. The dirty 20 for Shaper.
21.
Oh, sorry. 17.
And you said a 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because disadvantage.
Were you gonna try to help Phylax out, or?
Yes. But you did say it was like a group roll, so I didn't know if I was gonna have to wait for you to tell me, or
Yeah. So
I don't know how the group roll works.
So a group check just means that you all make it, and it's just pass fail. So it's like if 3 people pass and 1 person fails, then you pass the group check.
Oh, hello,
Yep, still here.
hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm assuming he can't hear us.
Kitty.
Give me no, come back.
Give me no.
Please, I don't want to fuck this up for everybody.
Sorry, I had just restarted my voice meter. Like I didn't hear anything for a second. I don't know what happened there.
Okay.
Did you hear
Like
me
Bear cut out mid sentence
Okay, so
and everything. Like didn't hear the music, and I was like, wait, that's the bad sign.
so group check is like if 3 of you pass, 1 of you fails, then like you still pass the check. So if you just want to go under the assumption that like we have 3 high enough rolls, then you don't have to do anything. But if one of you guys wants to do something, I was just leaving it to you because you had said you were specifically walking behind Phil to try to help him. So
Yeah. Okay.
just through role play, if you want to like explain, like just like have a conversation with him, kind of a thing, like how you're helping him, then I usually just let you re-roll.
Could I change my positioning because I'm realizing that he's like twice my height, so I can't really see in front of him.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure. You're walking a little bit to his side.
So I want to ideally be like at least like 1 foot ahead of him,
Okay.
so I could just be like. I feel like Serena would be a little more not condescending because she's gotten used to him by now. I feel like, but she
She's
would definitely
babying him a
still.
little.
She's
It's like
definitely
teaching a
babying
kid
him,
how to walk through the woods.
like just don't step there, not right there. You can step there.
This is very
Nope, nope,
helpful.
nope,
Thank you.
nope, 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 nope. Put your foot over. Yep, right there.
Without words, because we're trying to do this stealthily.
Mm.
All hand signs. Just stop.
Phil like goes to say in his normal voice like thank you, and just catches an elbow in the diaphragm. Go ahead and re-roll.
It's very helpful. Thank you.
It is
Am I roll?
still a disadvantage because you're armor, but it is a
Yep.
new roll.
It's worse.
Oh,
6.
good.
6.
Oh, good. Oh,
Okay.
good.
If I didn't have
Well.
disadvantage, it would have been a natural 20.
Hmm.
But I rolled a
Tragic.
6.
Just be the way it goes sometimes.
It do
Well,
be.
So
good
as you
thing that
guys
you guys are stealthy.
continue to approach on the bridge, not on the bridge, but towards the bridge, you guys can begin to make out these are members of the Bene Knights. 4 of them you recognize as looking very similar to the large creatures that you fought at Pathends, the gnolls. The other 4, Phylax and Shaper, you recognize from your first encounter with them as being the more slightly more intelligent, sometimes put in charge bugbears of the Bene Knights. You're just close enough and they're being loud enough that you can begin to hear their conversation. Just one of the gnolls to just kind of the group in general. It's so cold out here. Why do we have to watch this stupid bridge again? 'Cause this is what Belloc said to do, one of the bugbears replies. And we do what Belloc says to do. Well, what are we watching for anyway? Are we being followed or something? I would doubt it. However, the tall pine is a very dangerous place, as we've come to know. We've already lost 8 on the journey so far. Now, 8 may not be nothing compared to the rest of our numbers, but it doesn't change the fact that this place is dangerous. It's why our group and several others have been sent out. We're just here to clear some of the beasts, keep them away from the giants so the giants can continue to make a path. This is the 4th time I've explained it to you since we've gotten on this bridge. If you ask me again, there will only be 7 on this patrol. The gnoll kind of shuts up and shrinks back into himself a little bit, as the bugbear definitely seems to be the one in charge here. I don't seem to have noticed you yet.
How far out are we now?
Probably like I don't know how close were you guys trying to get? To be able to hear them, you got to be like in that like 250 range, I would say. But how close are you trying to get?
Again, like 200 or so, 200, 250.
So like 200?
Yeah.
As you guys are kind of like making your way up, getting just kind of into that range, just watching, I assume, or
Just kind of scoping them out.
okay. Pelea,
That's me.
you are kind of like the ground is kind of at a slope, and so you're using a branch to kind of hold yourself in place.
Uh-oh.
And the branch snaps, making not a loud sound, but a sound enough that would carry. And they kind of like look around for a second, and as this branch snaps, Serena, your attention being pulled away from Phylax over towards wherever the noise came from, Phylax goes, "Well, this can't be good." And the people on the bridge like all turn and like look in your direction, and one of the bugbear that's in charge like starts pointing in your direction. Go and figure out what that was.
I bury myself in the snow.
Hey man, it wasn't just you.
I mean, the branch could have been pretty natural. Could have been like, we are in the woods. Okay.
I guess what I'm trying to say is there was 2 failures, not 1, on the stealth check.
Damn, even with a 17, that's crazy. I'm kind of tempted to take like almost like a predator stalking approach here, where like they come to us and just get sniped off like one by one, you know? I feel like that would be kind of funny.
Is the snow deep enough for me to bury down in?
No. give it a little bit of time, and it might be as the snow continues to fall harder and harder. But right now, maybe like total of like 6 inches on the ground,
Oh.
enough to leave
Alright.
some followable tracks, but not. And the gnolls and the bugbears are now kind of slowly making their way in your guys' direction.
Are there like any birds on any branches in the trees around us?
Sure.
Is there one within 25 feet?
What are you trying to do?
I was gonna try and shoot one of the birds with my blowgun to try and make a noise to distract them away.
That's gonna bring them towards us. They're pretty far out, right? I don't know.
I
I'm
guess.
trying to make up for my mistakes.
I mean, you can try. I don't.
What if I made a snowball and threw it in the other direction?
How long
joke.
would it take
What-
for me to climb a tree?
What other direction? Right now, since the stealth checks were failed, they know where you are.
Yeah, how
So
long would
it's
it
not
take
a
for me
it's
to
not a
climb a
thing
tree?
where it's just
I'm
they're
curious.
making their way towards you right now.
Okay, it from the way you said that, it didn't. Like they know our general area, or they know.
No, they know where you are. You guys failed the stealth check, and so they know where you are. They're
Okay.
coming towards you. You are not
I'm
still
gonna go-
hidden.
I'm gonna go hide behind a tree and get my shield and my shovel out.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb a tree.
Okay.
I want to be up in the branches shooting them. I'm trying to snipe them.
Where the one guy said, "Go figure out what that was." I thought there might still be a chance.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna fall back a bit and try to rehide.
Okay. And Serena.
I'm debating if Serena's gonna wanna just stay in place and just be like a distraction while everyone gets their shots off, or wants to hide as well.
I mean, if we're doing a distraction, that should be me. Like, realistically.
I mean, I think Serena has a similar AC and hit points and can do more damage.
Right, but I mean, like, don't you have a ranged weapon that doesn't do 1 point of damage?
Serena?
Yeah.
I don't think Serena has a ranged weapon.
I have a crossbow, but I offered it up for him to get the plate, and you didn't confirm or deny it, so I haven't been using it.
No, you didn't. No, you can still have your crossbow. He traded for
The alchemist supplies.
the
And
alchemist
Yeah.
supplies.
Yeah,
Yep.
I had offered that, and you didn't like acknowledge it, so I've just been pushing it off until I feel like I needed it. Which I don't feel like I need, because it does the same damage as my battle axe. So I think Serena would just like stay off and like just like right on the path, but just like close enough to the path, like maybe like 5 feet off, so like as soon as someone like walks by, she can just get a quick little sneak attack on him.
Okay. So you're gonna step off to the side.
Yeah.
All right. Play is climbing a tree. Shaper's attempting to hide. So Shaper, go ahead and give me a hide check. And Phil, you were doing what? Sorry. Oh, you were
trying to find a
taking
tree
cover and
big enough for me to.
trying to hide. Gotcha.
Oh,
Or you
Lord.
were, but
I
you were
don't see this
pulling
going on.
your shovel and your shield out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so your shield would be your action. Shaper's action is the hide action. Pelea's action is climbing the tree. Serena, are you just holding your action then, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a 21.
gotcha. All right. So you guys are at the top of the round, and then these guys will be at the bottom of the round. They'll go in groups of gnolls and bugbears. So there's 2 groups of them. First up is the bugbears. So, Pelea, you would
Yes.
be like in one of these group of trees back here.
Where? I'm sorry, I didn't see your ping. I was
Either here or in one of these trees over here.
still not seeing it. Sorry. Here, let me just pull out my token. Okay, where?
That group or this group.
I'm not gonna lie to you, gamer. I'm not seeing your ping.
I don't know.
This group?
or do you need to zoom out?
Maybe. Oh, that was probably the problem.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, why am I so big? Okay,
over
that
here,
group. Okay. Yeah. Got
yeah.
it.
Or this group, the one you were in. Either one is
Ah.
fine.
Okay. Where's everyone else?
Shaper, same groups of trees, and Phylax, same groups of trees. I mean, everybody's. You have those 2 groups of trees pretty much choose, or these back here. Shaper, where you're trying to like hide in like the debris, like the brush and everything. Probably one of the bigger groups of trees. Is have more undergrowth and stuff for you to be able to hide in.
So
Yeah, I
like
feel
one
like
of
I would
these
be like
3.
here.
Which color's your thing? No, like one of these 2.
Just one of these 2? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, your color is the same as the battle map. That's confusing.
Mine is.
No, Shaper's is.
It's blue.
Like the one that you have for the battle cam.
Mm-hmm. That one doesn't.
That's also set to blue.
That one doesn't ping though, or do anything.
I was not aware that it did not do anything, so.
I change it.
Right there. That's where I am.
I'm just in the air above you, basically.
Okay, I don't know why.
It's fine, don't worry about it. It's if it doesn't do anything, then
There you go. Now it's different.
it's not. Okay.
That's the goal.
All right.
I didn't think I heard you. Where'd you say I was gonna be?
One of these 2 groups.
Oh, okay, because I specifically said I was just stepping off like 5 feet over, so I didn't know if that was gonna change for me.
One side of the road or the other, somewhere in that area.
Okay, I was just making sure.
In that little bush,
All right.
ready to pounce.
So the bugbears are first.
Those the blue ones.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're gonna go. This one's gonna go. Oh, let me make sure I get that.
Perfect.
There. This guy's gonna come up here. This guy is gonna use his full movement. Get over here. This one's gonna step up here. All right, so this guy this guy, and this guy. One of them is going to take a shot at you, Serena. One at you, Palea. And then who wants to be odds and who wants to be evens?
I'll be odds.
You're not in this. They can't see you.
I'll be evens.
You're not hidden, but you're behind cover.
Oh. I did something smart.
Wait, am I not kidding?
No.
I thought I was hiding up in the tree. Okay.
Your action was climbing the tree, so you could, you can't hide too.
Oh, okay.
So they watched you climb up the tree. And you wanted evens?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and Serena, 2 of these shots are at you. 2 of the attacks are. So, with crossbow, first attack, we'll do Palea first. Is a 17 to hit? Or 18 to hit, sorry.
Yeah, we'll hit.
18 to hit.
And I'll use my reaction.
Gotcha. So you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Okay.
And then he's gonna reload with his... Can he do that with his bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my range attack.
Yeah,
or my
go ahead and
reaction
do that
to-
while I look this up.
Okay. 28 to hit. Oof. Okay, 1d8 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is 12 points of damage.
How many points of damage, sorry?
12.
12 points of damage. At the guy that shot you.
Yeah, because it's like a
So-
reaction to whoever hit me.
Yep. It's this guy. Make sure I know he's been hit. 12 points damage.
Is that the one that attacked me? Okay. I thought it was the one over here. I was wrong.
Okay. He's a little hurt.
Good.
Mhm.
He's about to get a lot more hurt.
He's gonna bonus
Well.
action reload and shoot again.
Punk ass.
Yeah, that's a lot more than the last one. So this one is for 5 points of piercing damage. So you did as much to him in 1 shot as he did to you in 2.
And I didn't even have my hunter's mark yet, punk. Wait your bitch ass.
And the other 2 are gonna take their attacks at you, Gibby. Or Serena, sorry. First one is definitely gonna miss, as that is a 9.
Nice.
The second one is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. For 7 points of piercing damage. All right. Knowles.
Isn't there one more bugbear?
He used his whole turn already.
Punk.
He went 60 feet instead of 30.
I thought you said 2 bugbears were shooting it.
Oh, right. They can both shoot twice. Okay, so there's 2 more attacks at you. I can't do math right now. 10 misses. And that one will hit. It's over 20. For 6 points of piercing damage. And the Knoll's gonna run up to you.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Back to the top. So I believe, Phil, you said what you were doing first, so we're just going to go with you, Phil.
Oh, that doesn't seem right. Okay. Well, this appears to be a problem. I'm gonna go see if I can't help out a little bit.
All right. You'll have half movement moving through there with difficult terrain, unless you have something that counteracts that.
I might actually. I feel like it does say something about plant-based difficult terrain not affecting you. Oh, no, I know what it was. You can use speak with plants to do that, but
We ain't got time for that.
we do not. So, hmm. Blowgun is two-handed, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
Fuck. Well, I'll go there. What can I do? What am I good for? Yeah, fuck it. I'll use my action to dash and just get on the other side.
Okay.
Hopefully make it a little easier for Serena to hit that one. And I'm gonna save the roar because I feel like a bunch of people are gonna come at me here in a second, so
All right.
save it for maximum efficiency.
Playa.
I'm gonna use my bonus action, the Hunter's Mark, the guy that I already hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack him
All right.
for everything I got. All right, we got a 22. hit.
That'll definitely hit.
All right.
And you hunters marked him, right?
Yes, I did. So that's 9 points plus a d6 plus 6, so 15 for the first hit. And I'll just hit him again if he ain't down.
Yep, he's still kicking.
Heck yeah. All right, 20.
Yeah,
hit?
definitely hits.
And then 5 plus 5 is 10, plus my d6. There's a 4 that time, 14.
Yeah, this arrow finds the space between his breastplate and his helmet and just right into his neck.
Get fucked on. That'll be my turn.
All right, Shaper.
All right. Can I see that guy?
Ooh. He's like directly behind. You know he's there, but I would say like right now he has full cover.
Okay.
You could position yourself to be able to see him, because obviously you have the sharpshooter, so like 3/4 cover wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
but right
yeah.
now he's like directly behind a tree.
So if I move like forward or backward, I'd be able to see him.
If you move forward, you would. Backward would put you directly. There'd be tree right in front of you.
Oh, okay. How far forward?
Five
Five.
5 feet.
Literally
And-
5 feet.
And you'd be able to like see around. Well, see, most people I'd be like 15, but
Yeah,
because
yeah.
but you have sharpshooters, so you just need to see his arm.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll take 5, walk forward 5 feet.
Okay.
Hunters mark him and then shoot him.
All right.
I am aware that gets rid of my hidden.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
which
just to
is
make sure they didn't charge at me first round.
You know, fair enough. Fair enough.
Nah, I got that. Don't worry.
That's 18 to hit.
18. Glancing blow.
Oh, damn.
The bugbears, you guys do know, these are like the equivalent to their like elite troops.
Yep.
So
Their
11
commanders.
points of
What are their
damage
troops
already
of?
reduced.
Jesus Christ.
11, you said?
Yeah, 11
Alright.
already reduced.
Yep. Yep.
A gamer. And that
Yeah,
one has
no,
his
with-
hunter's mark on it, right?
Oh, right. Hunter's mark. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just reminding you. A lot of hunter's marks to keep track.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. No. With the way that Shaper's built, when he has Hunter's mark on, the first attack does 3d6. So
Plus 6.
plus 6.
Okay, there it is. It was...
Sorry, 3d6 plus 6. So yeah.
Nice.
You shoot things and they hurt. And what was your
and
second
then-
one? Sorry.
A dirty 20. Sorry, I was marking
Yep,
off that I
you're
used
good to
Hunter's
go.
mark before I forgot.
Yeah.
I have to do the same thing.
17 points of damage.
All right. 17 and 11. He is not walking right anymore.
Damn it.
Very,
really hoping.
very close. If it hadn't been for that glancing blow.
Yeah, that would have been 22 points of damage.
Yeah. All right. Is that it for your turn then?
Yep, that's everything.
All right. That takes us to Serena.
Okay, so my Crimson Right, that's the one that I use for my weapon, right?
Yes.
And it doesn't go away until I sheath it.
Yes.
Correct.
Cool,
Mhm.
that's what I'm gonna do then.
All right. So how do you activate this?
I think Serena would just grab her axe and just like slice her like arm.
And as she does, like the blood from where the cut happened like soaks into the blade itself, and the blade has this like dull red glow to it as she goes to make her attack at the knoll in front of her.
It's metal as fuck, dog.
Blood Hunters, easily the most metal class in D&D.
So
Let's say your D6 is your how much damage you take.
oh, it's a D6, it's not 6. Okay.
Oh god, no.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No,
There, hold on.
No,
Hold
you
on,
roll for it.
hold
You
on,
roll for it.
Hold on, I gotta
I
add
told you
6 health
this.
points. I don't know why I was thinking it was just 6 points of damage automatically.
Yeah,
on me.
you're
That's
playing.
way better.
Yeah, you're playing on hard mode.
That's way
Damn.
better. Okay.
He's like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
You can't hurt me worse than I
Don't
hurt
fucking
myself.
molly mock yourself, please.
Okay, because I had already took the 6 points off.
Oof.
Okay, so that's a 17 plus 7.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
So it's gonna be that same D6 for that.
Yep. So they'll take an extra. So your regular attack, and then you put a D6 on top of it.
Okay. So with the D8, that's 7, then the 5 from the 6. So that's 12. And then do I still add
Still
my
add your
plus
dex.
4?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 16. 5 of those is
Yeah.
lightning.
Yeah, it is. Five of that is lightning damage, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You do notice that seems to do a little extra damage than you were expecting it to do. The lightning in particular seems to traverse through the metal on the armor and like affect it a little bit longer than you were expecting.
Okay. And so that I only rolled a D6 once to activate it, right? It's
Yep.
not
Yep, not
Well,
every
not
time
every
you.
time I use it.
Yeah, and now
Yeah,
that's
Cool, cool.
no.
and now that's there until you put your axe back on your back. As long as you're
Oh,
just
hell
holding
yeah.
onto your axe, it's
The
active.
D6 is just the damage you take from
Okay.
initial.
Okay.
cutting
The
yourself.
initial activation.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep, and then you're good.
And he's still standing then?
Yep, he's still up, but he looks pretty rough.
Do it again.
If I hit the guy next to him, that's not gonna provoke an opportunity attack, would it? Because they're both like in my range.
Not unless this Bene Knoll has the Sentinel feat. Which in past experiences with them, they did not have the Sentinel feat, so.
That's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
So that's 4.4, 5, and 4. So 4 lightning, 4 slashing, and 5 from my D8. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right, both of them in front of you are looking a little messed up. All right, so it is the bugbear's turns. This guy's gonna step up here. How far away is that?
But rude. I didn't even attack you. What a bitch.
It's gonna come out the other side, and since he can't get into melee, he's gonna take a shot at each of you. So
Reaction again now, right? Because we're back up to the top.
Yes.
Cool.
because you've taken your turn since you reacted, right? Yep,
Yeah.
that's all that matters. The
Because
top
last
of the
time I reacted was to these bugbears. So,
that doesn't matter. What matters is you have to have your turn. So like even if
You can do one reaction every 6 seconds, essentially.
but not exactly. So since you used your turn last turn on the bugbears that attacked you, when it became your turn, right after your turn, let's say it wasn't Shaper that went after you, it was one of the gnolls and they attacked you, you could
could've
use your
reacted
reaction
again.
again. Yep, it's just after your turn.
got it.
So
Big
this
brain.
this one's at you. It's not gonna hit you. It's a 9 to hit.
No.
And the one at you, Shaper, they're gonna roll on the table.
Let's go.
And I thought I was actually going to be able to use my reaction.
I'm sorry,
I know.
man. Rolled a 9 and a nat 1. So let's
fucked
see what
up.
he gets.
Yeah,
A
that one table.
9.
Not at us.
Oh, this is interesting. So he holds his crossbow up to shoot at you, and as he does, he like steps funny or something, and as he shoots, it kind of like recoils up, and as it comes up, he loses his balance, and choosing to not fall over instead ends up dropping the crossbow on the ground. And to pick it up, he's going to have to spend his bonus action to do that. And so that's his turn.
What a goober.
Because it's either his full movement or his bonus action to pick it up. And he's already
He did
used his
both those
movement.
already.
So he has to use his bonus action now.
Didn't he
Well,
you have
he
to
uses
use his
bonus
bonus
action
You're
to
right.
reload.
Yeah, no. So he has to wait until his next turn to pick it up.
A goob.
But I don't think he's going to get another turn. That's just a guess, but
Hey, I
I
could miss.
imagine.
you and Palea, though, not likely.
I imagine this knoll right here just pointing and laughing.
No, I'm gonna leave that one to
This
Reaper. I'm gonna
guy-
focus on a different one.
To Reaper? Nice.
Or Shaper.
You
sorry.
already got a
He
nickname.
reminds me of a Reaper. I don't know.
No,
why.
it's fine. If you've seen the other version of Shaper, it's completely understandable.
I did, and I was like, okay,
Hello,
yeah.
sir.
He's like a Build-A-Bear Reaper.
Oh, that
'Cause he can
that
build
knoll
shit.
isn't technically going yet, but
That's what will be happening.
yeah, he's gonna move there.
Okay.
This guy's gonna come up. The guy that just moved up, this bugbear here, is gonna take a shot at. Well, it's got a tree in between him and Shaper, so 2 shots at you, Palea.
Bill's right there.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm like sacrificing my whole team. I'm like, why are you shooting them?
I mean,
I'm just fucking with. No, it's fine. It's fine. There's no one around.
I mean, I
I'm
can
joking.
explain the logic here. There's
No,
a
it's
shit ton
fine.
of people on Phil right now. There's no one on the
Mhm.
sniper in the tree.
I don't. I'm just fucking with you. I don't need the
So
logic.
15 to hit.
No, that does not
15
hit.
to hit, and the second one is even less. So both of the
Fuck yeah.
shots just
Great. So I
Damn
can't
it.
use my
Buy you into the
reaction.
Still
tree.
no reaction.
You're just dancing back and forth on this fucking tree branch.
I'm waiting, man, for this reaction. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I like not taking damage.
all right.
It's my favorite.
And this one's gonna make its 2 attacks at you, Mr. Phil, and it does
Yep.
have advantage.
Yep.
So that is a 19 to hit.
All right, that hits.
Look at their damage real quick. Oh, that's the wrong thing. You're not being hit by a giant. I was like, that feels like a lot of damage. So he's gonna take out his maul off of his back and swing it at
Damn it.
you. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack is even more, but rolled very low. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And now it's the Knoll's turn. So I'm just
Fucking
gonna
no.
Step up here. 2 more attacks at you, Phil, and 2 attacks at Serena. Or, yeah. So, 2 people attacking you, Phil, 2 people attacking you, Serena. First one on you, Serena, is definitely a miss. And the second one is even lower than the first one. It didn't roll above a 10 with advantage.
That's rough.
All right, then this is at you, Phil. Is the first one's a 14,
Miss. Bounces off the shield.
and the second one is a 17.
Glancing blow.
All right,
Nice. Not bad.
which will be 7 reduced to 3 points of bludgeoning damage. All right, and that brings us back around to Phil.
You got these 2, right? No, I'm gonna hit the bugbear because it's up in my face.
Okay.
It's the big bad.
It-
And I'll
and it definitely hurts worse than the Knolls do.
Yeah, it does. That may or may not have been half my HP.
May or may not.
Yep.
Will
Plus or
neither
minus.
confirm nor deny.
Will neither confirm nor deny this fact. So Primal Savagery, I'll drop the shovel because I need a hand open to do it, so I'll drop the shovel. And
Okay.
go for Primal Savagery. I miss
All right.
because an 18 was a glancing blow, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna use a Daunting Roar, and I will choose all 5 of them.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Okay. Blue is the bugbear. No 1, no 2, no 3, no 4. Okay, well, the bugbear got a natural 20. Bugbear 1 got
Null.
Yeah, sorry. No 1 got a 3.
Okay. He failed.
No 2 got a 16.
He passed.
No 4 got a 13.
Fail.
And no 5 got a 5.
Fail.
Or
Bleh,
4.
bleh.
No 4 got a 5, sorry.
Okay, so Null 2 and the Bugbear succeeded.
Alright. Orange is going to be my fear color.
Alright.
We have so many colors.
I know. I'm going to get
It's
these
so
confused.
pretty. I love it.
Those-
It's like
those
a
ones
rainbow.
are-
Get this confused.
Those are afraid and cannot willingly move closer to me and have disadvantage on attacks as long as they can see me.
Yes,
Get
sir.
closer to Pride Month.
Okay.
I'll just glare at the Bugbear and just get ready for the next onslaught.
All right. Play it.
Cool. I'm a bonus action move my hunter's mark onto the guy next to him right here that tried to attack
Okay.
me.
I can do that.
Okay, great.
More importantly,
I'm-
you can do that.
I can.
Well, like, you can move your hunter's mark. Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't
you
mean to
have the
make that-
ability to
Oh.
do your
I was like, I can.
Sorry.
And I'm gonna shoot him,
Go for it.
obviously. Oh yeah, I got a 28. We gonna hit him.
Yeah.
4 plus 5 is 9, plus 2 is 11 points of damage for the first one.
All right.
And I'm gonna shoot him again.
Do it. Hit him.
I'm gonna try. 22, I think hits.
Yes, a 22 hits.
Yep. Okay, great. I love this plus 10 to my bow. This is lit. I can just roll basically anything above a 10. and
Yeah,
I'm
you're good
chilling.
to go.
Okay, 3 plus 5 that's 8 plus 6. So 14.
He is walking funny. He's not looking good at all. He would not survive another hit like that.
Hey. I've been told that more than once.
Hey yo. Okay, is that everything then, or
Yes, that was
bonus?
my bonus.
Oh, your
and my
bonus
turn.
action. Yep. Okay, cool. Shaper.
All right. So, actually, I better look that up first. Make sure it's not the first turn.
Are you wondering about like the movement of your hunter's mark?
Nope.
Okay.
I was wondering about the once per turn extra damage that I can do.
Gotcha.
If it's it has to be on the first shot, or if it's a you choose.
Okay.
And it's a you choose. So
Okay, nice.
I'm going to shoot this guy right here.
All right.
And it's only gonna do 2d6.
Okay.
If I hit. Which is a 19.
That'll hit.
For 12 points of damage.
Oh yeah, that's definitely enough. Just
Yeah.
slams into his chest and knocks him backwards into the snow.
Figured it wasn't even worth moving. I was like, we're gonna let Shaper finish that one. I'll just focus on someone else. I gotta move my hunter's mark.
And then can I see this guy, or do I have to move again?
I would say move down a space. Let me check that. We got a line on here. Nah, I'd give that half cover normally, and that doesn't matter.
You don't give a shit about half cover.
So yeah, you can see him through the trees, make your shot.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action move my hunter's mark over to him.
All right,
Hell yeah.
And now I'm gonna do 3d6 damage to him.
gotcha.
Hell yeah.
That's 22.
Yes, that hits.
I thought that was damage for a second. I was like, he's fucked. But that's possible.
No, it is
No,
possible. That's what he
no, it's
would have done.
possible.
That's what he
is
would have
it?
done if that wasn't a
Yeah.
glancing blow.
3d6.
+6.
+6.
Uh,
Yep.
That's 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Still good. I mean,
yeah.
he would probably not make it through another hit like that.
Probably.
Math is hard, okay? I'm sorry. And is that it for your turn?
Yeah, I don't plan
Alright.
on moving, so.
Serena, we're back to you.
Fine.
Since they're not frightened of me, so do I get advantage or no with the frightened?
I don't think it gives advantage, does it, Christian?
No, they have
I- I'm-
disadvantage on attacks as long as they can see me.
Yeah, so there wouldn't be an
Okay.
advantage here, unfortunately.
Okay, I was just making sure. I'm just gonna hit him again with my battle axe.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
And remember your d6.
Oh, that's a dirty 20 for the first one.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's that battle.
So 5 points of lightning damage,
Okay.
and then 12, so 17 points of damage in total.
Oh yeah. You can give me the just the total damages. The lightning
I didn't know,
damage
'cause
does
you
do
said the-
more. They're not vulnerable though. It's a slightly different mechanic. So
Okay, so I can just give you the full damage then.
yep.
Okay, didn't know if I had a.
I'll fill you in after the fight.
Okay. Oof. Oh no, that should be okay. It's a 10 plus 7, 17.
17. Glancing blow. Just like part of it catches the shield on the way by, slowing the blow a little bit.
Oof. Okay, so that's 8 points of damage
That
already reduced.
And he did. Yeah, he is fucked up. He's still alive, but he's just blood is soaking through his chainmail.
My leg.
Yeah, pretty much. Is that everything then? Bonus action or anything?
You might have a blood curse you can do as a bonus action.
My blood curse would. It could apply here, but not really in this exact situation.
All right.
But I was thinking. Let me see. This guy hasn't been hit at all yet, right?
Correct.
And if I Misty Step, does that cause an attack of opportunity?
It does not.
No, it does not.
That's why
Teleporting
I
does
use it
not.
to get out of shit all the time.
Okay, I'm just gonna Misty Step, but I'm just gonna Misty Step on this side, so I'm between them two.
Okay. If you don't want to use your Misty Step, you
You
can
can
just
just
walk
walk over there.
around. Because
Oh,
you
okay.
don't ever leave this guy's range, and that's the only one that you're in melee with because you killed the other
Okay,
guy.
I
So
wasn't
there is
sure
no
if that.
opportunity attack.
Okay, I
So if
wasn't
you-
sure if it's because I
yeah.
moved like
Yeah,
that many
so if
feet
you wanna,
over.
so if you want to save your Misty Step, you definitely can there. Basically, it'd be
Okay.
like the equivalent combat. You like struck this guy down with your axe, and then you're just like circling with this other guy, and you reposition yourself into this
Yeah.
area. You don't
Okay,
actually
then,
make
yeah,
a
that's
break
what I'll
for
do
it. You
then.
just kind of eye contact. You're like circling, but you're positioning yourself behind this guy as well.
Okay, yeah, then that's what I'll do. I didn't know if like I figured if I was gonna move that way, I might have gotten an opportunity attack.
Yeah, nope. Oh, it's only if you move out of their reach. It's the
Okay.
only time. All right. So, bugbears.
Yep.
This guy's gonna shoot at you again, Palea,
I bet he will.
and he's gonna roll on the natural one table. Oh my god. Okay, roll again. What do you get? An 11. And his speed is halved until the end of the round.
Fucking punk.
He
That's what you
like
get for trying to attack me.
goes to take the shot and like pre-fires before he even gets it up, and the string like snaps him in the leg, and he's like limping now.
Like,
um, he's gonna use the little movement he has to just kind of back away a little bit.
No, don't you
That's
dare back
all
away.
the
you
further
bitch.
he can get. He does still have his other shot though, his bonus action. So he's gonna shoot again.
Oh, good luck.
11.
To hit?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. That poor guy. Yeah. Anyway, so or actually it would have been a 12, but I don't think that makes a difference.
Nope. No, it doesn't.
Okay. So the other bugbear though is gonna take its attack at you, Phil.
Yep.
And we'll have advantage again.
mhm.
That's a 17.
Glancing blow.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And second attack is 17 again.
Okay.
4, 5. 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
So, okay. All right.
They're dancing in the tree limbs. Like, shoot me. I dare you.
All right. Takes us to the Knoll's turn. This Knoll here is actually going to switch up and attack Serena this turn.
Okay.
So okay, so that's a 14 to hit, Serena.
Serena.
14.
Sorry,
14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
And that's a 21 to hit.
Can I lie and say it doesn't hit?
You can, but I'm still going to roll damage.
Okay, it doesn't hit.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then the second one that's attacking you is going to attack you. That's 16 to hit.
Glancing blow.
Okay, for a grand total of 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is this the one that's afraid of me?
Yeah.
No, I rolled that one first. That's why
Oh,
they had a straight roll.
No.
Okay,
This one has advantage.
gotcha.
Oh, and that's a natural 20.
I mean, that's what, the first time you've been hit. I think you'll be okay.
4, 60. 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
All right, and then the one is going to attack you, Phil, and it has disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay, low number, so 17.
Dancing blow.
Uh, 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. And they just have the one? Or...
Second attack is a 18 to hit. No.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that 18,
Hang on.
that hits.
No, plus 17 to hit, sorry.
Glancing blow.
11 plus 6. With disadvantage. The other one was a 17.
Thank
I can give
God
him
for this armor and this shield.
11 plus 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Wait,
Wait, so is that
that's
reduced?
wrong. That's wrong. I rolled the wrong thing. Hold on. 9. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
He does not have a maul. He has a mace. That's my bad.
Gonna growl and spit some blood in his face.
Also metal.
Which then brings us back to your turn.
Okay. And he's not afraid of me anymore. Well, I don't remember if it lasts until the end of my next turn. Okay. So he is still afraid of me, but I'm more concerned about the bugbear.
All right.
So I'm gonna try and primal savagery him again.
Okay.
I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. Just one. That's D8. There we go. For 6 points of acid damage.
That'll just do it. You slash your claws across the front of him. He tumbles over. You only had 5 left, so.
Yeah. I imagine it's like a mixture of acid and blood.
What, anything else with your turn, or?
No. Well, no, wait. I have potions. I'm gonna drink one.
Okay.
I'll drink.
I was very concerned for a second.
I'll drink the average one.
Okay.
I trust my friends. Okay. I double my HP.
All right. Play it.
Can I shoot him from here?
Which one?
The
Sorry?
guy that I'm already hunter's marked?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm gonna shoot him. A 19.
That'll hit.
Heck yeah, it will. Get crumped on. Let's see. 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 6 is 14.
The arrow just, again, finding that sweet spot between the helmet and the breastplate, just right into his neck, and he kind of just ragdoll crumples in on himself and falls down on the road.
Okay. And can I shoot these guys?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You're in the tree that's above these other trees, so you're like looking down at them.
Great. Then yeah, I can't move my hunter's mark to him, right? Because he's a different species. Is that right? Or like a different race?
I don't think that's a thing.
What?
You can definitely move it over to him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just move it to a different creature.
Oh, it does just say a new creature. I thought it had to be the same race. Okay,
Nope.
then yeah, I'm a bonus action move that, and then
No, hunter's mark is equal opportunity.
Yep.
Oh, great! I love that. I was like, what? Okay, all right, and then I'm gonna roll to hit him. 21.
Yep, that'll hit.
Oh, poor guy. 8 plus 5 plus 3. So 16.
16. Catches him like right in the back, and he just lets out like this squeal of pain trying to like grab at the arrow, but it's in that spot where he can't like reach it no matter which way he puts his arms.
It's like that.
That's that you can't scratch. You know?
Yeah, it's like
just-
when you have
just-
itch there, but it's way
Yeah,
worse.
But it's an arrow.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, I don't. That's my 2 attacks and bonus.
All right, Shaper. All right, roll the hit.
I just realized I did all of that without my mic.
I saw
did
you
he
move.
say
I
something?
no, no.
Yeah, you
I-
said roll the hit, and I was like, what the fuck?
I
I
saw
watched
you
him move
move,
his,
and I
his
saw you
token
ping
up
the
and
person.
ping it.
So I was just like, okay, he's moving there and he's shooting someone. I
I
just figured you had like someone in your room.
We
or
were both on the
something, so
notes,
you-
and we were just like, what the
Um,
fuck? Did we just do telepathy?
I was
I'm
like, did I
moving
mute
Hunter's
him?
Mark. I'm moving Hunter's Mark.
Oh,
over
that's
there.
the only part I didn't get from the
Yeah, yeah.
from
It's
all
the only
that.
part you didn't get.
There you go. Hunter's Mark.
It's a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was funny. I was like,
And he's not afraid anymore, correct?
Yeah, no, that ended at the end of my turn.
Gotcha.
For 20 points of damage on the first.
20
Oh
points of damage. He's
my
like,
God.
he like it hits him straight in like the diaphragm area, and you watch him just like turn to the side, Phil, and just throw up blood on the ground. He is definitely bleeding eternally. Internally, not eternally.
I mean,
Uh,
No, he'll run out
Yeah.
of blood eventually. He's a
I
normal
wouldn't be
creature.
surprised at this point.
and that's a dirty 20 for the second hit.
That'll definitely hit. Same guy.
Yeah.
You can't not kill him.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Hang on. 2d6 plus what? 5?
6.
Plus 6. Yeah, you can't not kill him. He has 7 hit points left. So you can't not
Perfect.
kill him. So yeah, his second one, just another gout of blood, and then he just falls into it.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Well, the bugbears are dead,
Yep.
but it doesn't matter because it's
Serena.
Serena's turn. I'm getting there.
yeah.
My brain was catching up. I got it.
Okay, so
Fuck him up.
the which one did I hit first? That was this one right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one that's like fucked up.
Yeah,
I think
Alright,
they're
that's
both
the one I'm
pretty
gonna
fucked
go.
up.
they're both pretty fucked
Because
up.
I also shot one with an arrow.
For 14 points of damage, I think.
18.
That's a glancing blow.
he got lucky. That's a glancing blow.
Probably
Oh,
not.
let's see.
For the Knolls?
Probably not.
Wait, did you say 18 to hit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that just hits.
Oh.
They
Okay.
have a 17, not an 18. My bad.
Okay. I rolled. Math is hard. 14 plus 4, 18.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. He points of damage?
Yeah, I think because I 8 plus 6 plus 4. I like rolled an 8 and a 6.
Yeah. That's 14. That's 20 or
No,
18?
that's 18.
18. Yeah, 18 points of damage. Yeah, you just straight up bring your axe around and just lop his head off.
And metal is
Again, his head
This
just like
whole fight's
rolls down
fucking
the
metal.
road.
And just gonna use my last attack on that guy.
All right.
Whoa, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
Can it just be one, like, you know what? Can it be the swing and like the head is still on the axe, so it just like hits him too, and now both like at the same time?
Absolutely. It's like you take like a step into this swing, and as it comes through, like the coming up at an angle, it like rips the back part of the head off, and it still stays on the axe. And as the axe continues through, it smacks the other knoll in the side of the head, like at first denting its helmet in, and as you like come around again with your second swing, just finishing the job and taking the other head off as well, as the two heads just like slide off of your axe blade and land at your feet. And with that, all the
They dead.
enemies around you appear to be dead.
I'm gonna get out
And
the
while
tree.
you guys go about licking the wounds that you sustained, it's an hour late, but we're gonna take a break. We'll be back in like 10 minutes, and we'll continue the story for the last hour. So,
And thank you, Mac, for the raid.
and thank you,
We're
Mac, for the
going to
raid.
break.
I
No,
know,
we're
I'm
going to
sorry,
break.
but you got here just in time for some metal as fuck action. So, we will be back in like 10 minutes. Go get a drink, go to the restroom, all that good stuff. Take care of yourselves, and we will be right back. Hey guys, hopefully you're enjoying the episode so far. I know we had a lot of fun making it. If you guys want to catch a little bit more of me, you want to check out my other content, you can find me at twitch.tv/bearwithus. And if you guys want to get in on this live, if you want to watch the story unfold live, you can do that every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Tales From Hylem Twitch channel. So hopefully we'll see you there. Hey guys, on break we learned about stigmatisms.
Well,
Guys,
that's stigmatism.
I have an astigmatism, and I didn't even know. That's crazy.
That was literally me the first time I found out. I saw a picture of it side by side and was like,
It's like,
people
what the
see
hell?
shit like this? Where are the
You mean-
lines?
You mean lights don't always look like that to everyone at night?
That's why I hate driving at night.
Me too.
Like my night vision is fine. Like I can shut all the lights off in the house, walk through it, no problem, backyard, whatever. But
Mine isn't.
But as soon as you put you add a light to that, no.
Gibby,
Nope.
you mean to tell me it doesn't look like this for you?
No, it looks like that for me too.
Oh, okay.
But I don't need
It's
glasses.
pretty
It's
common.
just how
It's
it
just
looks.
not that huge of an issue.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
you gotta drive at night from now on. Because I'm blind and everything looks like that, so it's like black lights, like every direction.
Nimmy, you have it in one eye and not in the other? How does that even... Oh my god, that sounds awful. Do I
How
have
do you
that? Hang
know?
on, let me look at
I'm
my
looking
light real
at my
quick.
LEDs right now and they look like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait a second.
No, I have it on both. It's
Hey,
not
by
a-
the way, don't
It's
Don't
worse in
stare
one
at-
eye
yeah,
than the other.
it's worse.
Disclaimer: don't stare at bright lights.
It's worse on my
They're turned down.
right eye than it is on my left eye, but it's probably
Same.
because my right eye is my dominant eye, so everything just looks blurry out of my left eye anyway. So, like that's probably why it's toned down.
No, but like the lines look longer on my right
Now
right
this
eye
is
than my
content.
left
He
eye.
says.
I think that was the BRB screen. Yeah, it's a little bit worse on my right eye, but regardless, there's the little spikes on it.
I've got like the anti-glare stuff on my glasses. Wow. It's really bad with my left eye. But that's like my really blind eye, so.
Huh.
Oh, that's crazy, dog. I already pay for them fancy lenses, the anti-glare, anti-blah blah blah.
You get wrecked
That's
when
my
someone.
night blindness.
Maybe I have that too. If someone has like, even if they're not like their brights
Yeah.
are on, but if their headlights are like abnormally bright, I'm like,
It hurts.
Something I started
what the
doing when
name
I drive
is.
at night, and I don't know how feasible this is driving in the city because I don't drive in the city. I live in the middle of nowhere. So all of my driving is like highway or interstate driving, right? And so what I do when meeting oncoming traffic on the highway is I just look at the white line. Because then
Yep.
you're not going to steer over into the ditch. You're not going to steer
Yeah,
over
I
into
have
the
to
other
look at
lane.
you mean the one on the right side?
On
of
the
your
right
car?
side, yeah.
Yep,
Sorry,
you just-
That's what I
it's
have
a
to
white
do.
line out here. It's always a white line. So
Yeah.
I stare at the white line, keeps me on the road until the car
Yeah.
passes. Then I can look back. Otherwise, I'm blind. If I look at the lights, it takes me like 10 seconds to see again.
Yeah, and it's scary.
It's like a
I'm like,
flashbang.
we're winging it, baby.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
City driving isn't that bad, mainly because there's fucking street lights
always light.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
it's
the-
not
that's the
as
nice
dark
thing.
to light contrast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel
There's
like
also-
driving like in the country is worse.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
like
pitch black, bright.
John, when we drove back from Vegas to your house, that was awful at night for me. Cause like we would meet like especially once we got off at like Norfolk, and then it was just like country roads, country highway and stuff. Cause we'd meet like one car like every 10-20 minutes, something like that, and every time it's like boom, flashbang.
It hurt.
And
It
I hadn't
hurts.
slept in so long, and yeah, but we made it alive. But
Not to mention it was snowing for
Yeah.
half that trip.
yeah, it was so bad. But anyway, astigmatisms. Apparently, everyone in this group has one. A lot of people in chat have one. Cool. We have something we have in common, guys. But
Google how many people have an astigmatism.
after we get that information, we'll back to D&D. But
Yeah, I
This-
think that thing you were talking about with the too big of iris pupils, that's called aniridia, I think.
talking about Nimi? What Nimi said?
Yeah. Where like
8.4% of the population.
That's
Guys,
it?
we've got like the whole population in this Twitch
Yeah,
chat right
no
now.
shit.
Yeah.
8.4, that's such a small
About
number.
I wonder if
4%.
that's how many people have reported it and like they
Maybe
know
because
it.
I didn't even know I had it. And I've
'Cause,
had
yeah.
glasses since 8th grade.
I bet a lot of people don't realize they have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's such a small percentage. That's crazy, actually. I thought it was going to be way higher than that.
So
bet that's
technically
the
for the
reported.
US, it's like 33%.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wonder if it's
Yeah, America.
Astigmatism.
8.4 was specific, a very specific area down
That's what the A stands for. Astigmatism.
United States of Astigmatism.
Oh. All right. back into character. We got this. We got an hour left.
We can do this.
It's now gonna. Never mind. Sorry. I'm gonna say Palea.
We made it 10 seconds.
It's OC.
It's canon now. Play as
Yeah, it's
astigmatism.
canon. Yep.
I mean, probably not as big of a problem back now when there's like,
Back
not-
now.
Yeah.
Back yonder.
Good old back now. All right. So, yeah, as the last knoll falls to Serena's blade around you, somehow escaping yet another fight unscathed, Shaper, you can make your way towards the rest of the group.
Hey, I
One of
wasn't
these days-
unscathed in the last one, alright?
True, you got hit
'Cause I-
once.
One of these days, I'm
Go
just
ahead
gonna
twice.
beat Shaper's ass just for not taking any damage in these fights.
This is what it feels like, you bastard.
Fuck you.
Meanwhile,
Is everyone else okay?
Meanwhile, Phil and Serena are taking turns going down in combat. Shaper's just like, this
Yeah,
is easy.
I just tried to fucking Misty step back around to them to pick them back up.
Hey,
Jesus.
hey. Shaper was technically dead for 400 years, okay?
know
You have a
what?
little catching up to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. But yeah, everyone made it through this fight without going down. So you guys are up now. The bridge is like still like another 100 feet up ahead of you.
I think we should cross the bridge before it gets worse.
That is a good point of order, as the weather is continuing to get worse as the day goes on. The snow continues to fall harder and harder, and the temperature continues to drop. There's still a couple hours of sunlight left. All of you go ahead and make a survival check.
I'm terrible. Blocking my dice. Excuse me. Excuse me. You.
Survival?
Hi, Taro. You wanna play D&D?
I don't know, shit.
I'm gonna blame that roll on my HP. I got an 11 total.
Okay.
I got a 19,
Come
19.
here.
Play it.
and I'm pretty sure I have
24.
lower health than him.
20,
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
24.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a
So
+7.
Serena and Playa surveying just how quickly everything is kind of the weather's starting to pick up, the temperature's dropping, a bit of a wind has started to pick up as well. You start to get the impression that if you guys don't find some sort of shelter before nightfall, you may not make it through the night.
Do we know how to make igloos?
Say you'd probably look for like nearby caves or like a tight cluster of trees that would block out maybe some wind and snow. Better something like that. I would probably
In your immediate vicinity, or
I think we should cross the bridge first.
across the bridge. Yeah, on the other side.
okay, yeah, you guys make your way across the bridge.
Is it like sturdy, or do we need to be careful?
No, it seems. I mean, there was just 8 people on it, and it was fine. So you guys make your way over the bridge and back into the forest. And as you begin looking for these like clusters of trees and stuff, there isn't any nearby, like in your direct vicinity. As once you reach the other side of the bridge, trees are just felled. Brush has been chopped away. It almost looks like just someone had this large chopping machine and just ran it through the trees, making a path. Like there's just a whole lot of open space here right now.
Like we can't see any trees at all.
Well, I mean, off to the
Question.
sides there are, but there isn't like the pockets like you've been used to, where there's been like very thick amounts until you get way off of the path that you're following. So if you choose to stray off of the path, you could make it over to some thicker trees.
I have a
But
question.
go ahead.
Is there like a little spot under the bridge that we could shelter under? Like I know there's like a big crevice, but like from where it kind of
So the
connects on the
bridge,
side,
the
like-
bridge itself, like across this way, is, I mean, 50 feet long. So like it's not tight. It's a lot of openness underneath the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not like an arched bridge with like pillars underneath it. It's like a bridge straight across. So there's not like that little arch there either to assist.
How far would you say the clearing goes?
Oh, the clearing goes forward as far as you can see. Off to the sides of you, though, it's probably like 100 feet off to the side. It's got like a 100-foot radius of trees that have just been wiped out.
Okay.
Looking at the ground here too, even with the freshly falling snow, you can see that there have been a lot of footprints that have gone through here.
Oh.
Give me a survival check specifically for the tracks, if you wouldn't mind. If someone would like to assist, you're more than welcome.
I got a natural 20.
I think every time I say someone can help, she's like, I don't need it. I got a natural
I don't
20.
need it. I don't need your help. Yeah.
What was it?
A natural 20.
Well, yeah, total of.
What was it again?
I just like
Survival?
hearing your crazy high numbers. Yeah.
26.
26. All right. Yeah. No. You would guess there is easily hundreds of people that have gone through here recently.
Okay. So there's no trees to the side of us. Either.
So
No,
to the 100-foot radius, and then going forward, trees are just wiped out. But
so
100 feet to your right and 100 feet to your left, you get back into the normal like forest. And so if you went 100 feet either way off the trail that you guys are on, you would be able to like get into the trees. Just looking off into the trees from where you are, you don't see a spot that immediately screams like this is going to keep us safe from a blizzard. But you know, exploring within there, you may find something. You could find a cave, but right now it doesn't seem very likely. You do know based on the map, you were supposed to reach the ruins right around nightfall.
And how far are we to nightfall?
You got a couple hours.
In the same direction we're going.
Correct.
Couple hours could be deadly.
Could. And not finding enough shelter within the trees could also be deadly.
So I'm assuming if we continue on the same path, we have to go through this open clearing, right?
The path is the clearing now. Because the tracks you were following is the path you're speaking of, correct? And the tracks and the clearing are now one. And they've like joined up with now, instead of the like few dozen tracks you were following,
Right.
and then the few dozen more tracks that met up with them that you found along the river, it now seems as though they've met up with more, and there is easily a couple hundred people that have walked through here recently.
Okay.
which way were they headed?
West.
And these guys again.
Bene Knights.
I feel like that wasn't the only reason, was it? Am I dumb?
Only reason for what?
For us following them?
We're following them because they have the piece to the teleportation thing.
Okay.
And I would assume also because you guys were sent out here to explore the ruins, and they appear to be doing the same thing.
I say we try to make it to the ruins tonight.
All right.
Do we know how far off we roughly are from the ruins?
According to the map, you should be there by nightfall. You guys could try to move at a faster pace. You won't be obviously able to be stealthy, and it will affect like your perception in this, giving you a lower perception as you guys make haste through here, as you're you don't have as much time to look around, pay attention to your surroundings as you're moving very quickly. But it is an option, and it would make up some time.
I'd prefer to do that, like make haste, because I feel like anything we encounter is also going to try and avoid the storm for the most part.
If we are going to keep going, I am going to drink another healing potion.
How's Serena looking?
Not great.
You want the other one?
Sure, I'll take that. Yeah,
Okay.
Where were you at?
I am single digits.
Okay.
You take yours first, then. Okay. So you get 13 hit points back.
Okay,
How are you looking now?
I'm at 17.
Out of...
45.
Take the second one.
Oh gosh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you at?
Bilax is sure anyway.
What are you at?
I'm at 16.
Oh, close enough.
You get 16 points.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
If you're at 17, you should be at 33.
Yep. That was too much math, so I just pushed. I just counted.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, remember when I said I doubled my health with that other healing potion? I rolled 8.
So you guys are just making your way now at a fast pace, continuing in the direction of the ruins.
Mhm.
All right. Survival check to follow the tracks is no longer necessary. As I said, the path is now very clearly marked by this just massive wiped out portion of trees. So anyone that would like to, go ahead and give me a perception check. However, it will be disadvantage as the snow continues to fall harder and harder. The wind begins to pick up, making it harder to see, and you guys are moving at a very quick pace right now.
And
I got a 20.
20?
Mm-hmm.
14.
At disadvantage, that is perception plus 4, 16.
So as you guys continue along, you all notice like just the lack of any animal life. No elemental dire wolves are seen. There's no howling heard. There's no chirping of birds, flapping of wings. It is just dead silent besides the howling of the wind and your footsteps crunching on the snow. Continuing on at your quickened pace, desperately trying to reach the ruins before nightfall. Eventually, kind of right at that like twilight part of night, the snow has begun to fall like hard enough that seeing in front of you is starting to become difficult, like just even seeing each other. But as you make your way out through just this little thicker portion of brush off to the side, you can see above the trees above the rocks in this area, sticking up a large, like, pointed top to a roof of a building.
Yeah.
Through the snow, it's very difficult to make out any details, but it seems to be old, color faded, but otherwise still standing in pretty good condition. Making your way a little bit further in that direction, Shaper, you kind of stop as even through the snow, you can see off to your side little house structure. Door on this one kind of kicked in, but as you look around, you see another one, and you look to your other side and you see 3 more, all kind of covered in trees, and brush and vines, but enough here that you can tell at one point in time, if not a city, definitely a town was here.
Do any of these houses look intact enough to be shelter?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. I would say I'd make it a straight roll, because someone can give you the help action, but then with the snow and the weather and everything the way it is, it'd be disadvantage. So
I'll help.
just a straight roll here.
So 26.
26. It takes a few tries going up to the houses. Some of them, like, they see, if you were just looking for shelter in a normal circumstance, it would do fine. But eventually, making your way down what starts to take shape as kind of like a street or a road, as it seems like the houses are pretty much on an equal distance away from you on either side. You find a little bit bigger structure. Everything seems to be intact, though the door isn't locked. It feels like it's stuck.
Who wants to try and kick it in?
Do we need to break the door down?
Let me see if I can get it unjammed first.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a Tinkerer's Tools check. Again, disadvantage as the snow and stuff's falling.
Can I use my big ass self to like shelter him from the storm slightly?
Sure, I'll count that as the help action. That's creative. I was so ready to be like, I don't think any of you have really experience with Tinkerer's Tools, but that was clever.
Thanks, I try.
Just kind of holding your coat out a little bit too to
Yes.
block more of the snow. So straight roll.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
He's in intelligence, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Or
so
well,
yeah,
no,
dirty
this
20.
sorry, this would be dexterity.
This is
'cause-
Dex, so
'cause
then a
it's your-
19.
Yeah, it's most of the time it's intelligence, but this is like the actual like skill of using the tools.
Okay, so yeah.
So 19.
Yes.
Working your tools in and around where the opening closing mechanism on this door is. It's strange. It's not something that you've ever seen before, but with Phil being able to block enough of the snow and wind from you, you're able to focus your thoughts enough that the pieces to how this door functions kind of start to connect, and you realize that instead of it being a normal door where you like push and pull to open, it slides open in the middle. And moving towards the middle where this closing mechanism is, you're able to find the point in which it's like rusted a little bit and scrape enough of the rust away that you can fit one of your tools in and just kind of slightly pry the door, and then the door is just almost as if they were like spring loaded or on their own, just separate and open.
All right, quickly, everybody inside.
Yep. No complaints
We-
here.
Serena would probably just like go in.
You headed in the house, play.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Just making
Uh,
sure. Just making
Then-
sure.
I was thinking like she might try and set up like a small fire or something,
In the house.
Then
but it's
one-
inside, and I,
I
don't
mean-
know what the house is made of.
I'll get to that in a second. So you
Okay.
guys
Maybe there's a fireplace.
come in through the door, and Shaper, as you like get the last person inside, just kind of quickly scanning as like the wind picks up again and you feel the temperature drop again. Looking outside, you can't even see the houses that are across the street from you anymore, and quickly just kind of surveying the outline of the door, you find a small little latch that when you lift it up, there's this like small square pressure plate, and pushing it in, the door shuts again, and you can't even hear the wind on the outside.
Excellent find.
Well, I'm glad we didn't break the door down.
Inside the house, it's still very cold, but not nearly as cold as outside. You guys appear to be in some sort of a parlor area. Whatever family lived here appears to have been well off whenever it was that they lived here. And there's what looks to have once been a very nice set of couches sitting around a fireplace. There's a small table in the middle holding a vase that at one point in time had flowers in it that have now just, they're gone.
I'm definitely gonna get a fire going in that there fireplace.
As far as like wood storage, there's a little bit stored up next to the fireplace, enough to get it going, but definitely not enough to get you through the night. However,
fine.
there's, I mean, old furniture and any other items you can find within the house that are flammable to
Let's
keep the
let's go
fire
explore.
stoked throughout the night.
I'll
So in this parlor area, there is a door. So as you come in, it's like the parlor area is right here, almost like a living room area. And off to the left side of the fireplace, there's like an archway that continues on in that direction. Next to the archway, so as you turn towards the archway, to the left of the archway is a set of stairs heading up, kind of at a curve.
Would somebody like to go scout out some more wood while I get this started?
I'll go left.
Suppose I'll go upstairs then.
I do have a tinderbox.
Serena?
Sorry, I was looking to see if I had anything on me to like help with the fire.
I mean, I can just start it.
Tinderbox. I can start it.
Don't take this away from her. She really wants to start the fire.
I do.
I'm
I've been
not.
using this tinderbox on me this whole time. Let me use it.
Yeah, go for it. So play, you make your way over. Serena, are
Go
you
look for wood.
Okay, I'll go look for wood.
Are you heading through the archway with Phil, or are you heading up the stairs with Shaper?
How like through the archway? Does it look like it would need more than one person to go look?
It does have a hallway splitting off in two different directions. But you can
Okay, I'll
assume-
go that way and go
Okay.
the opposite direction of Phil.
All right, so you stay
I'm
downstairs.
going left.
All right.
All right, so I'll go right.
All right.
I always go left.
Phil, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
You got it.
And if your archaeologist thing allows for anything here, go ahead and use that. I don't remember exactly what your archaeologist background gives you, but
Let's see. When you enter a ruin or dungeon, you can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders, whether those were dwarves, elves, yuan-ti, humans, or some other known race. In addition, you can determine the monetary value of art objects more than a century old.
Okay, cool. Good to know for you going into these rooms. Making your way through the archway and heading to the left. It kind
You
of
still
it's
need the investigation check?
yeah, but I'll ask for it when I need it.
Okay.
Because I'll describe everything that's like obvious, and then you make your investigation check to like find more things than just what you just see, right? Otherwise, you run into the
Gotcha.
whole like you make an investigation check, and then it feels like if I give you too much, it's like, oh well, I'm being too nice or whatever. But just obvious
have that.
stuff, and then investigation check. I explained that really poorly, but
I know what you mean.
so as you take your left, the hallway here has, again, at one time, what was a very nice rug, and honestly has held up against the elements fairly well. The fabric isn't something that you recognize, but you're also not a tailor or a seamstress, so. But it has some holes here and there. It's very dirty, but condition-wise, it seems to all be still fit together pretty well.
Make note of that in case we'll need to burn it.
Down this hallway, there are 3 doors. There are 2 on the right side and 1 on the left, and it goes like 1 here, then 1 here, then 1 here.
Gotcha.
So starting with the right side would be the first door, then on the left side the second door, and then the right side again would be the third door.
Right.
The walls here, the paint used on them in the past has kind of chipped and broken away, but it used to be like a very emerald green, which is now more of like a dusty forest green. But as you kind of run your hand along the walls, taking some of the dust off, you can see what the green originally was supposed to look like. Do you enter into any of the rooms?
Yeah. Do they look like the same type of door that was on the front of the building, or?
No, these seem to be more normal. Most doors you're used to have like the like you pull it down to release the latch and then you go inside. This
Right.
door, it though it seems to operate the same way, the handle seems much more ornate.
Hmm.
Rather than just kind of like a wood or metal lever that you can just like pull down, release the latch, and go in. It's actually like a fully shaped out handle. You actually recognize the metal that it is forged from as well on the handle, as it is very reminiscent to the metal your shovel is forged from.
Oh shit.
Go ahead and make me a nature check if you would.
Okay.
Wisdom or intelligence for this.
Definitely using wisdom. Okay. Proficiency +3, wisdom +4, 23.
Due to his darker complexion, and almost this like purplish tinge of a hue to it, you recognize this metal as being adamantine.
And I know, like, that's not a common metal, right?
Yeah, it's very rare in the world. It's very expensive, and so the fact that it was used on something
Used
in a
as a-
house like a door
A
handle
door handle?
is wild to you.
Yes, that is. I probably spend a good, like, 10 seconds just staring at it, trying to comprehend that before shake myself out of it and go inside.
Like with the amount, like the size of the handle and everything, it's not huge or anything, But
still.
knowing the rarity of adamantine and stuff,
That's
and
like
with
making
your archaeologist background, I mean, that's like a 5 gold door handle.
That's like making a fly swatter out of gold.
Yeah, that is a very expensive door handle.
Noted.
Making your way inside, it almost seems to double down, because the handle on the other side also made of adamantine, and as you walk in, you realize you've walked into what used to be a kitchen. So not only was this very expensive metal used on a door, but it was used on a door
Or
to the
servants.
kitchen, not someone's fancy bedroom or anything. Just was the kitchen. There's pots and pans here that have withstood the tales of time, have made it through, which also kind of strikes you as odd that these pots and pans still seem to be in fairly workable condition. The kitchen itself is fairly clean, other than a thick layer of dust that's accumulated over the years. Within here, you can see like an old stove, definitely not functional anymore, but still looks in fairly good condition. Honestly, looking at it, you think if you were to point it out to Shaper might honestly be able to get it up and going. It's beyond repairs that you can think of, but
But I've seen him do the impossible.
In your eyes, yes. And so, it's a thought that you have.
So, stove, I'm assuming, like, is there any wood stacked up next to it to, like, fuel it?
Yes, there is. There's wood stacked up next to the stove in some sort of like weird contraption. After like fiddling with it for a second, like pulling on one of the handles on this little like rack that's set up next to it, you watch as like the pile gets like one piece of wood smaller. And opening the oven, you realize that this is like a self-feeding stove.
Okay. I'm gonna reach in, grab that, and just start pulling and grabbing.
Okay.
Instead of like trying to figure out how you put the wood in the first place, he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, because
We need the wood.
there's like an open top. But this is funny.
No,
We're gonna.
This
Yep.
is fun.
Okay.
This is
All right.
better.
Yep.
He's gonna
I
put
just
the
wanted to make sure you knew. Okay. If Phylax still does that, that's perfectly
I
fine.
thought
I
about
just-
it, but like
Yeah.
this is partially like we need to get the wood, partially this is really fucking cool and I want to watch this work.
Fair enough. And with your
He's having fun.
with your giant ass hands and arms, you just kind of like stick your arm in the stove and just like fill your arm up with wood.
Exactly. Before I'll come back, but I want to go
Okay.
immediately take the wood back to the fire.
Okay.
place.
Yeah. So you bring the Phylax comes back in with just this big ass armload of wood. Enough wood probably to make it through the night. You think you probably be running pretty low by morning, but it should make it through the night depending on how cold it gets.
Oh, thank you, Phil. This is well done.
Thank you. I found the kitchen.
Oh, anything cool?
I'm not entirely sure. I saw the wood and figured I should get that back here first, but there are some pots and pans that look like they're still in good condition.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I will now go back and look further.
All right. So you head back into the kitchen, or
Yeah, I mean, I assume like you weren't done. You saw I saw the stove, and I just zeroed in on it.
I mean, yeah. There's the stove top, which that's new for you.
Yeah. Well,
Not like entirely like you've seen stuff like this, but it's been separated from the stove itself. This is like an all-in-one. It looks like you can bake things in the door you open, and the stove itself has like a top that can be it's set up for like much smaller pieces of wood, which as you continue looking at this oven, it has like this small chopper on the side of it where you can like split the pieces of wood even smaller, and then you put them underneath here. You place a plate on top of the fire that's burning, and it can be used as a stovetop, similar to ones that you've seen, but never have you seen them as a part of the same contraption before.
It makes so much sense, but I've never seen it done like this before.
Other than that, it's the countertops with the pans, and there's like a counter in the middle of the room. Some of the wood is like rotted away. The house isn't perfectly protected from the elements, and certain parts of this room, like when you get closer to the outside wall, like you can feel a little bit of a chill breeze and figure, well, maybe I should keep this door closed when I leave,
Yeah.
just to keep the heating bill down. But
I definitely want to take a closer look at these pots and pans.
okay.
I'm very curious as to how they've held up.
I'm trying to remember what all the skills are. This would be
Cooking. That's not a cooking. That's not a skill.
what all does your archaeology thing give you again?
The original purpose of a ruin or dungeon and who built it, and the monetary value of art objects more than a century old.
Okay.
But also, I'm trying to see like if it's. I'm taking the shovel out and holding it next to them to see if it's also made of adamantine, or if they're also made of adamantine or mithril.
It doesn't appear to be adamantine or mithril for these pots and pans. But they do seem a bit different. The most off-putting thing is the lack of amount of dust built up on them.
Is there like dust? Are they hanging from like hooks?
Yeah.
Is there dust on the hooks?
Yes.
I'm gonna take the shovel and just lightly tap one of the pots with it.
Kind of reverberates.
I'm gonna reach up and pull one off.
Okay.
Look at it. Is it like? I know I'm. Part of his whole thing is
what
that
are you
he's
looking for?
This feels magical.
Okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oh wow, 19.
19. It is indeed magical. It seems as though there is some sort of effect on these pots and pans that keep them from ever getting dirty, denting, scratching, and has kept them preserved over all these years, while everything else within the kitchen, the counters have rotted, the stove has deteriorated slightly, but these pots and pans, no scratches, no dents, nothing.
No scratches, no dents, nothing, and they are going in my bag.
All right.
Let's go.
Value-wise of something like this, I'm gonna call this an art artifact. Artifacts in general. Something like this, you have never seen anything like this before. You think you could probably pretty easily get 3 gold a piece, or not gold, sorry, silver a piece for these pots.
I was honestly thinking of just keeping them for us, but
yeah, no, but I'm giving you monetary value. It's part of your feature, so
right. So these are over a century old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very easily.
All right. If that's all there is in the kitchen, I will. I'm not going to try and take the doorknob off as much as I want to. I'll leave that. I'll tell Shaper about it.
Okay. You exit, kind of make sure the door's closed tightly behind you, and where are you headed?
There's 2 more doors. Let's go to the next one.
All right. So as you head to the next door, we're gonna go to Serena, who took the right path.
So I'm correct.
Badoom ching.
Down your hallway, there are 2 doors, directly across from each other, one on either side of the wall. About 20 feet down your end of the hallway, and the hallway only goes like another 10 feet after that, and then there's a wall there. Up against the wall, there's what at one point in time looks to have been a fairly ornate, like small decorative table, a nice tablecloth over top of it, a flower pot sitting on top of it, which is now also empty.
All right, I'm just gonna open the door. You said they're like just on the right and the left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna try to open the left door, like hesitantly, kind of like kind of treating it like it's trapped or like or there's like a trap,
Not a boogie trap.
not a boogie trap.
The door's
You
boogie bombed. Oh no.
You trigger
Boogie
that
bomb.
trap and you're forced to dance.
That's what I kept thinking boogie bomb and I couldn't think of the actual
Oh,
word.
Booby trap?
I think a boogie like
Booby
nose.
You couldn't think of boobies?
Boobies. I could.
Yeah, you slowly turn the handle, which is like a very like ornate, still very well intact handle. This kind of dulled over time, but this kind of faintly purplish hue to the metal of the handle on the door, and you like turn it really slowly, and as the door begins to like slowly open, you just hear kind of like a creak as the door swings open, and before you looks to be some sort of like a study. Inside, you can see a shelf that has maybe like 10 or 12 books sitting up on it. The books not in very good condition at all. Covered in dust, starting to fall apart, but still seem fairly legible. The room also is a lot colder than it was in the hallway. And very quickly upon entering the room, you can determine that like one of the walls isn't sealed functionally anymore, and a breeze is getting in through here. But as you step like further into the room, you can see on the other side of the room from where the bookshelf is, there's a desk there with a an interesting looking it kind of looks like a writing utensil, but not one that you've ever seen like this before. So it's still your typical quill. It has the feather on the back end of it, and as it comes down the stem of the feather, there's a small glass tube that appears to be like half full of some sort of black liquid. And then it comes down into like a metal tip, a metal point.
Mountain quill?
I'm gonna safely put those off the desk.
Okay.
Can I? Is there like drawers or stuff I can open?
Yeah, there's
on the desk?
there's one drawer on the right side of the desk.
I'm gonna attempt to open it.
Okay, it's unlocked. There's no locking mechanism on it. You grab it and slowly pull the drawer out. It sits at a resting position. Inside the drawer on top, there's like a pile of papers in better condition than the books behind you, as they've kind of had the protection of the house and the protection of the desk as well, but still a bit decolored, a little dusty. And a now familiar handwriting on them, as you can tell that these papers were written in Gith. It appears as though whoever owned this house, whoever used this desk, was in the process of writing a book. The page on top contains what seems to be either like the ending of a chapter or perhaps the book itself. But as you flip through the rest of the papers there, they all appear to be a part of this same book.
Okay, can you tell me can you read me the book from start to finish?
Sure.
Yes. Hold on, let me get my wireless on so I can lay down. Are the rest of the books written like in Gith as well, like just everything all around, or
Oh, the books on the bookshelf.
yeah?
So some of them, even like just picking them up, like they like start to fall apart in your hand. But the ones that you can like actually grab onto and like look through, yes, they are written in Gith.
Okay, I'm just gonna gather what I can, like book wise, paper, like grab that book that was being written. Just put in my journal to show Shaper. But is you said there was like bookshelves and the desk that was basically it.
Yeah, in this room, that was pretty much all there was.
Okay, I'm gonna take my axe and chop down that bookshelf into and the axe down into wood and just carry it.
The desk, not the axe, I
Yeah,
assume.
the
Okay.
desk. Sorry,
Yeah, no, just
and
clarifying.
just drag it and just drag them all out.
Okay.
Serena's axe is that guy pointing the gun and then pointing his gun at himself.
And you're gonna drag all of that out to the fireplace.
Uh, I'm gonna leave it out in the hall and then and then just go into the next room.
Okay. We're gonna jump to Shaper. Shaper, as you reach the top of the stairs, there is a door at the top, which you instantly recognize the metal on this door handle as being adamantine. Which again, similarly to Phil, strikes you as very odd. Opening the door, it leads into a hallway, and the hallway here has only one direction that it goes. It only heads to your right. But down the hallway, there are 4 doors, 2 on each side, kind of staggered. It's like 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Starting on the right side.
Go through the first door.
All right. It's a little bit stuck, but you're able to jimmy the door open, and the handle on this door again. And as you kind of look down the hallway, just kind of on a hunch, all of the door handles appear to be made from adamantine. Opening the door and heading in here, it appears to have been a child's room, a very young child. There's still like a crib sitting in the corner, a little like wire hanging from the ceiling above it, and on the wire there is a there's like a little depiction of a star, and on another one of the things hanging down there's like a little depiction of a crescent moon, and then there's like a ship, like a sailing ship, but has like 12 sails on it, like a ridiculous number of sails. And they like, you touch it, it kind of just like spins around. There's a small bookshelf with like 6 books on the shelf right now, all having like art covers, giving you the impression being more based on their pictures and depictions than the actual words of the book, being definitely more of a children's book. There's a large rug in the middle of the room, still in fairly good condition, but definitely has been weathered over the many years that it's been here.
I feel like Shaper would just note what the room was, but probably wouldn't look in there
Okay.
too heavily,
Okay.
as he's more looking for like what type of technologies that they have around this time, and he doesn't feel like he's going to get that in that room.
Okay.
So he'd just move on to the next door in the hallway.
Moving on to the next door on the left side, you lower the handle and push the door in. It opens. Stepping inside, there's a very large bed, like in the center of like the back wall, giving you the impression this would be like the master bedroom. There's on one side of the bed, there's one side of the foot of the bed, there's a dresser and a vanity table. The mirror on the vanity table, the metal around the outside of the mirror, also appearing to be adamantine. The shelves and the handles to open the shelves, the drawers on the dresser, also appear to be made out of the adamantine metal. Next to, on the other side, there's like a dresser and then a large wardrobe. Same thing, handles, both made from adamantine on both of those. Largely, that appears to be what's in this room.
Do I know the difficulty of working with adamantine?
You know that it takes a skilled craftsman to do it. But as far as like its malleable state, is that what you mean? Or
Yeah. Like if I was to collect all this stuff, like how difficult would it be for me to implement it?
So the thing with adamantine, especially that's already been worked once, is you have to get it to a really high heat and to be able to even like bend it and stuff, and an even exponentially higher heat to be able to like melt it down and mold it into what you want it to be. So while you think you could do it under the right circumstances, those
We don't know any
circumstances
red
would
dragons.
have to those circumstances would have to present themselves.
We just gotta find a friendly red dragon.
I'm gonna start going through like the wardrobe and dresser and vanity.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
All right. It's another 26.
You find a very strange set of tools in one of the dressers, the top drawer. It's like some sort of a file, but it doesn't seem to be made for filing metal. It seems like it's much too fine of a metal. It would get ruined on any surface that was like made of metal or anything like that. You're not even sure if it would work that well on wood. Another set that like seems to be some sort of device for like snipping, but again doesn't seem like it would be very appropriate for cutting any sort of rope. The gap is much too small. And then there's one more set of these like snipping tools that's a little bit smaller. In the drawer next to that, you find a couple different brushes. One like looks like it's made from like its handle is like an ivory handle. The other is much more like fine toothed and made from a very lightweight metal, not adamantine, though it does like vaguely remind you of mithril. Opening the next drawer down is tattered clothing, undergarments. The next drawer is like tattered shirts, and the next drawer is just like tattered amounts of pants. Just didn't hold up to the weathering as well as some of the things in the room. You think some of it would still be wearable? You could clean it up, wash it, and it would be fine. But other bits of it seem like if you were to try to scrub it with any amount of force, you would tear the threads apart. The lower in the pile of clothing you get, the better off the clothing is. The vanity table, there is not a whole lot in the drawers. You do find 2 vials in the top right-hand drawer. One vial is a very like light greenish colored liquid, and the other vial is filled with a very like a much thicker, almost like a pasty sort of substance that's got kind of a bluish white hint to it.
Take those and put them in the bag of holding.
Okay. Making your way to the other side, opening the wardrobe. Things in the wardrobe seem to be a lot better well kept than things that were in the dresser. Like it sealed out more of the elements. There's even less like dust buildup and everything in here. The clothes in here all seem tangible. There's some fine like silk bathing robes. Some nicer suits in here. Um, but it is like each of them is hung up as like a full outfit, and in the dresser next to that is it only has 2 drawers on it, and both drawers are just filled with undergarments, those having held up much less well than the clothes within the wardrobe. um, uh, However, with that investigation check, we'll say as you open the drawer, like some of them are shifted enough to the side that you can see something below the undergarments that would encourage you enough to dig through them. Um, and hidden beneath the clothing in there, you find a small coin bag. Um, Opening up the coin bag, kind of just dumping a few of the coins out onto the dresser. Um, they appear to be platinum pieces, and they have a face imprinted on one side, and on the back side they have imprinted a large building. Make me a history check if you would.
15.
It looks familiar to you, but you can't, like, you're not sure where you've seen it before, but it looks familiar. Is there anything
Put
else
them back.
sorry, is there anything else in specific you'd like to check in the room?
Finding that coin bag stashed in the dresser, I want to check underneath the bed and under the mattress.
Okay. Underneath the mattress, you don't find anything. But underneath the bed, however, you do find a small as in like a short but very long tote, like a wooden box. And as you pull it out, it's maybe like 3 feet long, and as you pull it out, it has this beautiful engraving of an eagle, and on the other side an owl, and both of them perched atop. One perched on the pommel of a blade, the other perched upon the blade of the sword.
Open up the box.
Inside the box, in a very fine reddened leather sheath, the sheath itself engraved with that same engraving that was on the front of, or on the top of the box. As you kind of lift the blade up and out, it's a very heavy blade, a about the same size as like a bastard sword. And as you lift it up and like slowly unsheath it a little bit, just as you like unsheath the slightest bit, you can tell that this sword is definitely silvered. Unsheathing it the rest of the way, the blade continues to have like more of these intricate engravings, no words, more just pictures, depictions of scenery. And the sword seems as though it was more of a decorative and a more something you would like pass down as a thing of value than a value of coin, less than a value of usefulness in battle. But your your knowledge of artifacts and what they can go for and stuff like that, this sword is probably worth 300-400 gold pieces. Especially if you were to be able to bring it back with the sheath intact and the box, probably pretty easy push that 400 gold piece mark.
Yeah, he very carefully sets it back in the box, closes the box, and puts it in the bag of holding.
All right.
Damn, Shaper's gonna be big balling after this. Jesus Christ.
You guys are gonna have to read the notes after this because we have feelings.
We are cracking up in the notes right now.
Yeah, as you place the sword into the bag of holding, and that kind of like ends anything of interest within this room.
No, I don't. That wouldn't be anything else that would pique his interest. Probably move on.
All right. As you exit, closing the door behind you. Everyone, remember what room you were about to go into and what you were doing, because even with the raid, it is already it's later than we usually go, so we are gonna wrap up the session for tonight. But remember, what you were doing and stuff like that.
If you guys need it too, I recorded what path you were on and what room you went into.
Oh, perfect, beautiful.
So, yeah, you should be fine.
So we will get to this next time, the rest of the exploration of this very, very
Fucking
old
politician's
manor.
house.
Bougie house.
Yeah,
freaking
very.
adamant door handles. What the fuck? First time you mentioned it, I was like, okay, they big ballin'. And then you were like, all of
them
handles
are.
and all
Okay.
of the doors on the closets are adamantine. I said, okay, I repeat, big ballers.
So these people have fuck you money. Got it.
They said we got stacks to blow, baby.
Hey man, you guys, there was a lot of houses that you could have found, but
We
26.
found the big
Found the
baller's
good one.
house.
26 on investigation, so you found the best house.
Hey,
Shout out
man.
to Shaper.
Investigation be my thing. I also love how everybody's going through the house, right? But for the first two, both Phil and Serena are like gathering up shit. They're like, all right, I'm gonna show that to Shaper later.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Phil,
Meanwhile,
you're an archaeologist too.
Claire's just sitting in the
I'm
living room
no way-
meticulously building a nice little fire.
Well,
I think it was more of like the oven and the door handles of like, I'm not gonna try to take that off. I'll leave that.
yeah,
to
no.
that's a Shaper thing.
I don't want to break it.
I also love how both of them immediately went in somewhere, saw something that could be used as fuel for the fire, went about making it into fuel for the fire, immediately brought it back to Palea. You found a crib, a bookshelf, a wardrobe, a dresser, another dresser, a vanity, a bed, and it was just like, yeah, but all this other stuff is way more cool. I'm more interested in this.
Yeah,
I don't give
no,
a fuck
totally.
about the wood.
This was literally my
Shaper
thought
don't
process.
care.
Shaper can't freeze to
cold-
death.
The cold doesn't bother him as much as it bothers
True.
you guys, so
It's
he
true.
doesn't
The cold
care.
doesn't bother me anyway. Okay.
Shaper can't freeze to death. We can. That was literally my thought process was, all right, get the work done first. Now we can explore and have fun.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
Man,
Yeah, play it chilling. She heating up by the fire.
I wish it had been a different random encounter now, because I'm having so much fun exploring the house, but the encounter just took a little too long. But it happens. But
Yeah.
guys, that is gonna do it for today. Mac, thank you again for the raid. Nat Tens, thank you for the raid.
Oh, we got another one?
Yeah, Nat
I
10's
welcome them
rated
as
us
they
like
came in. Yeah.
right at the end. Thank you so much. Guys, definitely go check out Mac, and definitely go check out Nat 10s. Love Nat 10s. They're another great D&D channel. Definitely go show them some love. Um but again, unfortunately, we're going to have to sit on the exploration of this house until a long time, because
owls.
we are going to be gone the next 2 weeks for sure, and it might be a third. We'll let you know when it gets sooner to that third week. I'm gonna try to spruce in like some one shots and stuff in that 2 weeks in there, but we will not. At the very least, we will not have our main like the Lands of Before campaign going the next 2 weeks. But then when we come back, we will finish exploring this house. We'll find out some more about this town, this city that you guys have discovered in a blizzard, nonetheless, with the help of a giant swath of trees guiding that's been cut out, guiding the way. But nonetheless, you found this house in a blizzard, so congratulations. So as you guys take the time to wait out the blizzard and explore this house, next time we come back, hopefully in 3 weeks, but might be another week. So
Best way to know when we're going to be back is to join the Discord.
exactly, if you guys are in the
Because I
Discord,
remind Bear to post going
exactly,
live
because
notifications.
I don't, and I'll try to even like put it in there if we find out like sooner that like the date will be coming back, basically. So, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Like always, guys, if you want to find your name within the world of Hylem, just share Tales from Hylem content. You can do it on Twitter, on Twitch, Instagram. Just make sure you use hashtag TFH and hashtag Tales from Hylem, and then add us in the post. That way, we know you did it, and then we're gonna choose some names that are cool, and
Maybe
they'll
it's
end
going to be
up.
your house.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe over the next 2 weeks, they haven't found anything that says who the house is, so any of that's still a little bit malleable, as all DMs know. So maybe they'll find a portrait that has your name on it, or a letter addressed to you, making this your house, kind of a thing. It also could be just a traveling NPC that's found, or the sign on a tavern. Your name could end up in the world of Hylem. If you want to have a more direct impact on the world of Hylem, though, and if you want to play in one shots or anything we have going on the channel for the community, join the Discord, follow the instructions to become an adventurer, and then you'll be able to see the board where we post all the one shots and stuff on there, and you guys can play with us. So yeah. Other than that, guys, I think we're gonna raid out. So stick around for the raid as we go support another awesome D&D channel, and that's gonna do it for this episode of Tales from Hylem.
See ya.